Was I muted that entire time? That's okay. That's okay. We live. We live and we learn. It's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. Ignore the awkward moment of no music for like 2 minutes. Because I'm only going to start the music when you play the game, and it's just going to be scary ambiance. Anyway, I said if you hydrate, I have water in the bag. I just have to go get it. Then my dog. And then I said I did end last time to go watch the season finale of The Boys. It's not as bad as it could have been. I just don't think Eric Kripke can write endings like that. Except for season 3. I think season 3, that was a good ending. That was a good ending. I've talked about before, I think season 2 is one of my favorites. Season 3, I think, was its peak, and then it just kind of went down. It happens with a lot of TV shows. I still think the ending was alright. It was something. Just the last 2 seasons just haven't been very, good. But it's okay. It's okay. It's over now. We are free. Most of them. I won't be free if Gen V has another. If they show up somewhere, I'll watch. And then I know Vought Rising is at some point or another. That is what it is. It is what it is. It's, it exists, and that's what matters. Oh yeah, I don't have any music playing. I was like, why is the desktop audio not showing anything? Because I don't have anything playing. I should be smarter. I'm not. Anyway, the frog is on. I'm covering it up. Oh. He's on. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. I feel like the light's not covering as much as it normally does. Or maybe it is, and I'm just like wrong. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know. Anyway, we're back with our favorite pink hair yandere. It's fine. Okay, so it is actually over there. Okay. I just can't tell. We're back with our favorite pink hair fiend. Pink hair fiend who I'm genuinely concerned is going to put us on display like a butterfly. It hasn't got it to it yet, but I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm sure it will. I can't say I'll be shocked when it does. I'm sure it's going to happen, and I don't think any of us will, like it, but it'll still happen. I'm sure. I think my hair's long as it was a couple months ago. I think I just need to cut layers into it again. It looks kind of sad. Maybe I shouldn't cut layers into it for that very reason. It's very weird. It's like longish in the back. Kind of. I don't know. It's like really weirdly frizzy in this area and then not in this area. How's that gonna work? Okay. You lay down right there. There you go. Bop, bop, bop. Let's start our eerie music. Because this game is... I kind of get the vibe that this is going to be... While yandere, I do think the protagonist is going to have some unhealthy fascination with dying and being understood, that maybe it works for them. Maybe they work it out. Maybe they manage. And no, we're not playing Sue Me again. That would be fun though. Is it loud? I can't tell because this creature ate my other headphones. The other headphone on my headphones that she had already eaten. I don't know how. It was on top of my desk. How did she do that? That I don't know. How did you do that? How you do that? How you do that? I just don't know. It was weirdly quiet the other time. I don't want it to be as loud as it was the other time, so... Phew. Phew. Let's play the audio game! Let's cue me up. Fine enough. You can hear it, it's fine. What do you think of our yandere friend? Hmm? What are you looking at? Look, that's you right there. What is you? You are sleepy. You're trying to go to sleep. Why don't you go sleep on the couch, honey bunches? Random piece of mulch on the couch. That was weird. Oh, I told you to go to sleep. She's not going to. It's fine. See, I feel like I should have my layers back, but it doesn't really work. So my bangs are longer. But it's whatever. It's fine. Okay. It's time to play. Oh. Well. Well, not that much. I shouldn't have to. My glasses should have helped. But it's fine. Close enough? Yep, okay, awesome. Awesome sauce. Are we ready, guys? Are we ready? My predictions right now is that he is going to put us on display like a butterfly, and it'll be great for him, I'm sure. And I think the protagonist, based off what they said before and their kind of approach of being funeral director, mortician, the stuff they've said about this, I'm worried. Question. Does this look stupid or what? Oh, right. I have it covered up with one of my headscarves, so good to know. Anyway, that's my predictions. I think it's going to be unhealthy, but somewhat weirdly mutual, but not in a good way. Never going to be a good way for that, but you know, when they have like a yandere and another yandere like paired together, just that's my prediction right now. Just in general, who knows how that's gonna go? Who knows? Okay. And we're just starting right where we were. Okay. Or would the 1920s noir? Because ambiance just kind of sounds ambiance-y. 1920s detective noir music. Okay, Alone in the City, slow detective jazz. Okay. What does that sound like? Sure. I just feel like it needs to have a little tune. You know, it just doesn't... I don't like it when it doesn't. Okay. The curating team, I'll introduce you to them now. Right now. And if you didn't catch last time, his name is Chao Zhang Chen. He works as a botanist in a museum. I'm sure that is fun for him. And I don't know how else I would describe his situation. We've been hired for a lady's funeral, and I'm convinced he killed her. I am utterly convinced he killed her. There's not a scenario in which I think he did not kill her, because I think he was stalking her son. And my bet is he used his favorite flower, the Leanne something. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. You didn't even notice that this one doesn't have it. No, like it's fine now. Like it's fine. Close enough. Anyway, I'm fully convinced he killed her, and my main theory is that he kind of takes people. What if he's the one who made that letter and he just had already set his sights on us? That'd be fucked up. He's just like, yeah, I'm just like, I've been getting really into the funeral scene lately, and I need you bad. That's gonna be my theory right now. I like how I straightened my hair the other day, and it's like not. it doesn't keep it very long. Also, because I'm not very good at straightening my hair, so it was kind of just like, ugh. Oh yeah, doing that. My stress relief response is always just to kind of do this. So, does it do anything? It's fine. A silent comfort accompanies the rest of the walk. It doesn't take long before the milling visitors turn into an area with tagged employees and various construction materials stacked and scattered around. Nestled at the end of the hall, Chao opens a door. It opens to a well-lit workspace with several large tables laid out. There are papers, binders, tools, and a variety of things on the shelves around. There are 5 people dressed out of uniform, but all looking right at home in an artistic mess of the room. I need to be looking up a little bit. Sorry. Before you can say anything, a familiar face calls out, "Oh, Nan, you're here!" She walks over and takes your hand, guiding you into the tiny crowd prepped around a big rectangular table. Some are standing over sketches on parchment paper, and some are sitting around. They all look back and forth between you and Chao. "Everyone, meet Nan. They are the one who handled Jane's funeral back then." Because that's weeks ago now. We've just been chatting. We've been chatting him up over the phone for a couple of days. I think it's very clear to both protagonist, us, and him, that it's certainly very mutual. A Meidel? Damn. A middle-aged woman with long blonde hair smiles widely. She's wearing a colorful summer dress. "I remember you. I'm Tay. Nice to meet you again." "Pierre, Evans, I remember you too." The last person, a brunette, idly scrolls her phone, not noticing that it's their turn. Tay idly nudges them. "Huh? Oh, sorry. Sierra. Sierra? It could be either one. I've seen many spellings of Sierra in my day." They give you an acknowledging nod and go back to scrolling. So there's Tay, Pierre, Evans, and I'm gonna say Sierra. Maybe Sierra. "Nice to meet you all." "Chao said you're here to look around?" "Yeah, I came here from work." "You must be tired then. Let's sit." You catch Chao grinning at you, seemingly grateful that Geraldine is handling the social introductions for him. Instead of heavy footsteps resounds in the hallway, and the door opens. An older man with thick rimmed glasses and a blue shirt peeks into the room. His back is as straight as his immaculate tie. My God, I wish that were me. "Taylor, Chao Zhang, can you two help?" Chao Zhang? Fuck, I can't remember. "Can you two help me check 203? I did Google, and then it's gone out of my brain because I did it at 3 a.m. "Sure. Oh, okay. It's Joshua, our manager. Sorry, is it okay if I leave you here for a few minutes? It's okay. Don't worry, Joe. He shoots you an apologetic smile and reluctantly heads for the door. The older man eyes you and Joe curiously. So everyone is picking up this vibe, because neither of us hide it well. Much to relief, conversation seems to flow with these curators. They're currently making a collection plan for one of the anniversary displays. Ask Gucci, I really can't see. They even ask you about your work, and you happily answer their curiosities. But at some point you settle in on listening to their discussion, occasionally throwing a glance to another person who's been quiet the entire time. Sayara is no longer on their phone, but they keep stealing glances at you too. The others seem engrossed in their conversation and won't overhear. It won't hurt to talk, right? Hi. They look up in vague alert. Hi. You're Sayara, right? Yeah. Just as your nerves want to make you back out of the conversation, Sayara shifts on their seat. I thought the Jane Avery job was done. Yeah, weeks ago. I'm just here to look around. Are you a curator too? I am. We all are. Something is poised on the edge of their lips, but when they keep it, the conversation lulls again. Da-da-da. Are you Chow's partner or something? Yes. Yes. Enable now. Like, say it and then don't tell him that you said it, so he has to hear it and then go crazy. That worked with our other pink hair deviant. But we just didn't correct people when they assumed that we were like, drove him crazy. Huh? No, not yet. Great save. But we are seeing each other. That's actually a good answer. Your response seems to further agitate the gears in their mind. A slender finger is brought to their lips, bitten by habit. What do you think of him so far? Their tone suggests a meager attempt at feigning tease. The tension in their eyes says something else. Oh, maybe they know he's crazy. What do you choose to see? I would think they want to tell me something. Jealousy suggests itself in your mind, but your heart says otherwise. The way they stared at Chow wasn't desire, and the way they look at you now isn't envy. It's fear. Why? I think it might be common knowledge that he is a crazy person. Chow's very kind, he's sweet, and we have a lot in common. I haven't known for that long, though. What do you think about him? Your tone is casual, as if not trying to drive away a scarce animal. They slightly release the tension in their shoulders at your curiosity. Not much. I'm not close to him either. But they look at you intently, albeit with conflicted expression, gauging your reaction. Something wants to be spoken. You just have to react properly. Do you dislike him? They let out a sigh from beneath both of you. From a breath both of you have been holding. Not sure if it's a dislike. More like their hand travels from their lips to their hair, looking up at you at a final reassurance. I like him, of course, but if there's something I need to know, then I would like to know. Another sigh, this time defeated, and their posture falls into that of more of a relaxed, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? Okay, friend. Into a more relaxed one. Before you panic, it's not about him messing around with other people. This is the first time he's introduced us to anyone. We all know a lot of visitors and staff like him, but he always says no to date offers. All the more reason why I want you to know this, since you're the first to make him swoon or whatever. And I don't want to be seen as some gossip, so keep this between us. I wonder what it is. You nod calmly as you can, despite your curiosity on your breaking point. They scratch the back of their head awkwardly. From the start, I've always thought something was off about the guy, but I have no idea what. He's nice, and everyone likes him. I thought it was just me, low-key, being an asshole. Until, one time during a super rainy week, some of the staff room in our wing got moisture damage. Some of the tiles popped up due to our poor installation and toppled stuff from some of the tables. We all shared offices like this one, but since Chow was overseeing a big event at the time, he and some others were temporarily given private rooms. The day the construction workers were announced to come, the staff that was on shift at the time were instructed to help move things to other rooms. One of the tiles that popped up was from the room Chow was using. It unlocked, so I started picking things up. There were several broken tiles and some of the stuff was strewn on the floor. There was this one notebook and... Oh, maybe I should have read this monotone. Okay. Sire's monotone, slightly detached tone starts to shift. Notably, discomfort resurfaces in the way their fingernails get broken again. There's like pictures of people. Dead people. What? I know this is wrong, but I opened the book to make sure I wasn't seeing things. I wasn't. There wasn't even notes on various botanical and human anatomies. I don't know if it's some true crime geek shit or some like movie screenshots or something, but his face when he saw me, he probably just mad I went through his stuff. I don't know. I said sorry, and he said that it was just his personal studies, photos from the internet and friends in the fields. I shouldn't worry, but I won't tell anyone. But I think both of us were like freaked out. We're still friends and we pretend it never happened, but it gets kind of awkward if it's just the two of us. Seeing here made me remember it. You see the concern and conflict in Sierra's eyes. Their heavy sigh brings you back to the present. That's it. You're free to do with whatever you want with him, whatever it is. I don't want to be involved, and don't tell him I told you. And if you already know about his hobbies, let's pretend we never had this conversation. No, I didn't, but he does show interest in learning about my field. Maybe it's that. Thanks for telling me, anyway. I think he's telling the truth. Sierra eyes you something else this time, and you know what it is. You give it almost every day. Pity. Denial. If there's doubt in your words, do they notice? And if your voice needs an echo of reassurance, will they give it? Well, good luck. You swallow thickly. You return to paying attention to the others, and Sierra does the same. A few minutes pass, and the door opens again. Chow pops up from the hallway, followed by Tay. We're back! They join the table to look over the various sketches. Pierre angles his laptop to show Chow an article he's been poring over. What do you think oh my god, what do you think of our plans, man? It's cool, I can't wait to see it. You should come. We curators will have our own space too. I look forward to it every year. Oh god, I have hair in my mouth. Chow, tell me about that. What exactly do you show there? Anything, as long as it fits on the stand. We can get a little competitive over it. We being him, by the way. The man jokingly punches the other man on the arm. Oh, the other on the arm. You laugh. Reminded of you and Ash. For us Botany Wing citizens, we choose to present a botany-related item of our own choice, as long as it has collection value. It can be simple, like your favorite dried flower specimen, or something like rare volcanic soil. I think it's cool. Sierra leans forward to add to the discussion, pretending some conversations never happened is an expertise to them, it seems. You can decorate displays, make them conceptual, like art installations. The director loves contemporary shit. I would say contemporary shit like that. Contemporary stuff like that. Visitors and press love it too. Do you know what you'll be choosing this year, Sarah? Not yet, but I want seeds or fruits. Their expression vaguely softens when talking to Geraldine. Oh, are you going for a morphology concept? No, personally, I don't. You should try coffee beans since you drink that stuff every day. Good idea, thanks. The conversation continues. You listen with rapt attention, slowly becoming fond of this little team and their colorful personalities. Not long after, Chow puts a hand on your shoulder. It's getting late. Do you want to now? Sure, to your place, right? I'll cook you dinner. I just bought the ingredients this morning, and if this is where we get kidnapped, well, I knew it was coming. Adorable young love. Have fun, you two. Thanks, Geraldine. Thank you. The rest of the team exchange cheeky smiles with each other. Tay covers her mouth to stifle a giggle. Only Sierra winces. You bid your thanks and goodbyes to the team while Chow takes his bag from a nearby shelf. So, don't do that. Like, it's so mean. You're barking at your damn toy. That's so mean. They're smart and funny. And I see how you fit right in. Thank you. I'm glad you came. A soft smile glances your face. Despite the wide berth the museum halls give you. Berth? I'm sure that is a word. I'm just not placing it right now because this headband is digging into my skull. Your shoulders are almost touching, comfortable in each other's presence. I'm glad you brought me along. His smile gives you a warmth you never knew you needed. Jack gives you a ride on his motorcycle. Cool afternoon air brushes against your cheek, and your arms wrap themselves around his waist. It doesn't take long to reach his house, located not far from the museum. Do you think he's gonna have, like, a killer apartment? Because the other one had its entire, like, wing because he was killing people. I think for a demon, I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, that was his house. Do we think he'll have a great house? Important to know. Or is it just gonna be like a shitty studio apartment? You could put your shoes here and sit in the living room. I'm gonna wash my face first. Just a minute. An array of keychains rings loudly as he drops his messenger back to the sofa. You're starting to like that sound. Wrongly, my eyes. You sit on a small stool by the door, taking off your shoes while taking in the surroundings. It's a simple house, fit for two people. The curtains are drawn, and the living room is accentuated by warm ambient lighting, giving you a relaxing feel. A faint rosy smell dances in the air, coming from 2 bottles of reed diffusers. Some potted plants tastefully decorate the area. You're quite surprised Chad doesn't have more. A random jacket is strewn on the back of the sofa, and there are lots of decorations on the flat surfaces, souvenirs, trinkets, statuettes. It's a little cluttered, but still clean and tasteful. You sit on the sofa, observing the various patterns on the pillow covers. Before you can dwell on it, John emerges from the bathroom, his face slightly flushed with several baby hairs stuck on his forehead. It's the most relaxed look you've seen on him so far. You laugh softly. Your face is still dripping wet. The back of his hand comes up to wipe his chin, face flushing further. I'm a little too excited. I don't get guests often. Really? Yeah, I kind of like to keep my space to myself. I like your company more, though. You're welcome anytime, man. Smooth. What? I meant it. A gentle laugh blooms on your face. I know. Me too. I'm relieved. He casually drops onto the couch next to you, leaving a small gap between. Right? I still need to understand his asymmetrical bob situation, because does he have hairpins in? Respect if he does. Respect. What do you think of my place? It's really nice. I thought you'd have more plants around, though. They're mostly in the garden, as you saw. I do also have my own room for personal collections. What collection? I like to have my own little curation of specimens. Live or dead, I usually preserve them myself. He's going to kill us. He's going to kill us dead. Fuck. Fuck. And I say that like I'm not gonna enable him to keep doing it. Much to think about. And what do you do with them? To your curiosity, smile grows, bringing color to his fair cheeks. Depends, I can keep, sell, or do my own research. His voice trails off at the end, and you almost miss the sudden, minuscule tension in his gaze. So you study them and stuff. Still a soft smile that now doesn't reach his eyes. He measures you with his gaze. I study a lot of different things. Maybe I'll show you one day. It was fast, but you felt it. Something odd in your gut. For a split second, you look at him with an indiscernible expression. There you are, on the couch. It doesn't last long before his usual demeanor returns. Any other things you're curious about? You brush off whatever the prior feeling was. The brand of reed diffusers, they smell amazing. I made them. Your mouth makes an O shape and Dad chuckles. My God, gently. He's just closer to you. What kind of fragrance do you like? This one is nice. Okay, I'll make you one then. Really? You don't have to. I want to. I'll tell you when it's done. Thank you. No problem. Speaking of, I've always wondered. Yes? What do dead bodies smell like? For sure. He says every word carefully, judging your expression. When he realizes you're unfazed, he seems to be pleased. It's quite pleasing to you too, being able to satiate his questions. There's no exact smell. Fresh bodies can smell differently based on how they passed away, lifestyle, and other factors. I've heard they smell sickly sweet. Yeah, usually there's this undertone of thick, sweet smell, at least for me. And after they're embalmed, it smells like chemicals. We use other things to lessen it, though. Such as... There's this chemical in the embalming fluid called benzaldehyde. We use those as a deodorizing agent. Oh, and sometimes the family of the deceased would like hand over things like perfume they used to wear when they were still alive. I see. And his rosy eyes, the low light of the room mirrors itself, a reflection of warmth you crave. Suppose it's so similar to the cold, quiet glint of surgical lighting and surgical lights on a wedding ring. You think once more about the man you embalmed a few days ago and his wet, weeping fiancée. What was his favorite color? It reminds me of the sky. Ciao. What's your favorite color? You're thinking of marriage right now? Oh my god. White? Really? You're pink as hell and your favorite color is white? There's nothing on you at all that is white right now. Not to say you have to wear your favorite color, but like, I need us to look at him for like 2 seconds. Look at him. He's pink as fuck. He's pink. Shirt is pink, hair is pink, eyes are pink, scarf pink. Where are the accents of white? Like, I'm currently wearing one of my favorite colors. I love a good sage green. But I don't, I don't wear it all the time. But I normally do have some accents of green nearby. And when I'm not, it's my other favorite color. It's a nice little burgundy and a nice little red. I'm not saying you have to wear your favorite colors, but I mean, come on. At least make it obvious. I'm talking about this like as if you are your own character designer. You have to. You have to. I am just shocked. I wonder if it's because in this universe everything is black and white except for the color pink. And I guess some neutrals if you're a character. Really? What did you think it was? Oh, it was pink or green? Because my hair is pink? Well, yes. Yeah, and your favorite jacket is green. That jacket is brown. That jacket is brown. But it's like a red, muddy green. Oh my god, now I'm gonna have to look back. You wear black all the time too. It's a dress code. Then what's your favorite color? Ooh, some of my favorites are on here. I love a good orange, but that's mostly for my hair. I like a good burgundy. I like some neutrals of brown. And I like green. Green mostly, yeah. Good choice. My bedroom walls are green. Makes for good ambiance. You slut. You slut. Yeah, my favorite color is blue. Yeah, my bedroom it's blue, yeah. It's crazy, huh? Great ambiance in there. Smooth, babe, smooth. Wait, why do you say it like that? Was that supposed to be flirting? Was that supposed to be flirting? I don't know, babe. He just said, oh my god, don't even look at my bags. He just said that your favorite color is in his bedroom. What do you think is he trying to put down? Because, babe, he's trying to fuck you. He's trying to fuck tonight. He's trying to fuck right now. It's okay if you don't get it. I can only get it if it's in written format. Trust, if this was happening verbally, like with... I'm so serious. If this was happening to me verbally, I would be like, oh, that's awesome, like, that your bedroom's that color. That's great. But, like, if it was over text, I'd be like, this motherfucker wants to fuck. I don't know how that works. I don't know why I'm better at picking up tone over text. I think it's just because I assume tone over text a little bit more. Thanks, please. Thanks, please. I like them kind of doing the swoopy thing like Sophie Thatcher's bangs did. Obviously not perfect, but it's okay. But yes, he is flirting. Duh. Yeah, the ambiance in my bedroom. Yeah, the ambiance in my bedroom is like so awesome. Like, it's so good. Just thought you should know that. Just a thought. He's trying to fuck right now. Oh, God. I've never thought about doing that with my glasses before. That was a fun thought experiment. Never doing that again. He's trying to fuck. He's trying to fuck now. You can't read his expression. I can't do that in person either. I can assume. I'm somewhat good at it cognitively, like some cognitive empathy of reading expressions, but like it's mostly anxiety doing the heavy lifting of just like, ugh. I'm better at determining bad emotions than I am good emotions. Just answer anything normal and calm down now. Of course, the plant lover would say that. It's good nonetheless. Phew. Why'd you ask? You tell him the events of the week with the fiancé in the ring. I can imagine how she feels. Me neither. And an assertable expression with the whole of it. What? An indiscernible expression with the hold of his gaze. He rests his head back and looks up at the ceiling deeply in thought. Admittedly, he wasn't easy to read as he seems, but in times like this, it's as if you can hear the gears in his head turning. Before you realize it's a small laugh that escapes your lips. His head turns, pink hair falling across his cheek. Why are you laughing? Nothing. Hey. The way he straightens makes you laugh even more, and he can't even resist a grin. You look so serious when you think. I do? Yeah, like this. Wait, no, I think it's more like da-da-da-da. Poofed. Poofed. Is that how you would... Yes, like trying to verbalize a scoff. He laughs freely at your attempt to mimicry. It's a sound you're grateful to hear often lately. You look thoughtful, I guess. Just say dumb, it's okay. I would never. The two of you continue to laugh and have small talk until Jack glances at the clock. I have to start cooking before it gets too late. I'll help. You stand, but Jack puts his hands on your shoulders and slowly sits you back down on the sofa. Okay. You're my guest. You should relax. I'll turn the TV on. You can watch anything you like, or he opens one of the drawers in the living room and hands you a thick album. It looks crisp and well made. My most recent personal collection. Been working on it for a few months now. It's an herbarium album filled with various pressed plants. Leaves and flowers scrawled flatly on the pages like paintings. In the corners lay small descriptions handwritten by Jack. Oh, wow, he beams at your attention. I have more in the drawer. Feel free to see, but please open them carefully. You nod. That doesn't say Durafully, but right now it looks like it. Dutifully. Eyes fixed on the pages. Footsteps recede with him into the kitchen. He's going to drug our food. That is what I'm worried about. I think he's going to drug our food. Carefully, you turn every page, examining the pale array of organic shapes. You can make out the colors green, red, yellow, and a bunch more. His handwriting is crisp and consistent. He lists a lot of plants' names, dates, and location of acquisition, and some other things you don't understand. As you reach for the end of the filled page, a familiar blossom appears between your fingers. The Heart's Undertaker, dated a few weeks prior. Did he kill her with that? That's my theory right now, because her lips were stained pink. I feel like that would be what he did. Its pale petals and dark stem lay with ink drawing on the paper. The only splash of color is the faded but apparent natural splatter of pink. Dried and darker than its living counterpart, it reminds you of venous blood. No other entries after that. Curiosity wells in you, urging you to check the drawer for more. It seems like the album ages ever so slightly as the stack goes down. You gently take the ones off the top and take the album at the very bottom. It's not old, still sturdy and clean. The label on the cover dates it back several years. You open it from the middle only to find that it's a photo album, not a herbarium. Right. A post photo of Chow, Jane Avery, and a man you don't recognize. Chow's slightly younger, and it looks like a formal event of sorts. Was it several months or several years? You squint at the repeating patterns on the backdrop. It's a convention from 3 years ago. And he said he only met her last year. This lying bitch. It's a convention from 3 years ago, a long shot from the 1 year he has claimed to know Jane from the museum. There are other pictures of Zhao and people that you don't know, but something pulls you to that photo only. She's wearing heavy makeup. Again, your mind draws itself to her lifeless body. You keep remembering so vividly the memories seem seared into your mind. Think of anything you can recall: black hair, pale skin, sunken eyes, and a pink birthmark like the color to her cheek, covered by makeup. There's nothing new you can think of. You turned the volume of the drawer. When Chad said you could see his albums, he probably meant the ones containing his plants, not him. You turn to the sofa and take a look at the other herbarium albums. After your curiosity is sated, you peek into the kitchen. There, Joe stands in an apron tied to his waist. Rhythmic clacks follow the blade of the knife, background by piano instrumentals coming from his phone. Joe, can I use your bathroom? Yes, it's at the end of the hall. You make your way to the door. His bathroom is clean and simple. You do your business quickly. The various item on the sink catch your eyes as you wash your hands. The hand soap bottle is cactus-shaped, and the face wash brand he uses is foreign. You can't help but look at the other things, too. A familiar bottle of body soap catches your eye. The signature bottle shape and smell. It's the same brand and variant you use. Okay. It looks barely used, unlike the other bottle. That one must be his daily soap. Oh, his shampoo is 2-in-1. Obviously. Let's just go back. You exit the bathroom and notice the door next to it. You didn't realize it before. It's the same door the other doors in his house, but upon closer inspection, you notice it's made of a different material, similar to something that would be found in a lab, hospital, or morgue. It also has a key scanner. He's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us dead. Still wondering, you head straight for the kitchen. He's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us so bad. Can I watch you cook? Come in. Did you like the album? Yes. Did you really gather it all yourself? Some of them. The rest I got from other people. You were not worried enough that he definitely knew that woman way longer than you thought. Oh. You lean on the empty counter, observing Joe's cooking, wanting to make more small talk. You mention the first thing that comes to mind. What's the door next to the restroom? Giles hand pauses slightly for a second before resuming. They smile. He smiles, only a little. That's a secret. If you want to see it, you have to ask the right questions. The right questions? Yes. I'll be waiting for you to figure it out. He doesn't elaborate, and you're too puzzled to ask. Okay, admittedly, I would either think serial killer or sex room. That would be what I'm thinking. Like, if you have to ask the right questions, I'm going to assume, oh, that's your fuck room, I guess. That or you're a serial killer. Those Lucky Charms are dead. He doesn't elaborate, and you're too puzzled to ask. Puzzled and intrigued. This is a challenge. You make a mental note on the right questions. I'm making chicken and vegetable stir fry. Mom says if I ever have someone over, I should cook them this because it'll make me look capable. So I hope I don't disappoint. I know you won't. You've talked about family before. Chad's an only child, and his parents live in another city, but they still keep in contact. That's all he's willing to say. The man moves smoothly to slice another bok choy? Chow? Chips Ahoy. Choy. Sure. Before, you've only seen him in professional settings. The meeting at the cafe, the days at the funeral home, and then him basically giving you almost tour of the workplace, but this side of him was new. Cooking in his house. Oh, that's my air conditioner. Air conditioner? Is that what that's called? Don't even ask. My AC. Cooking in his house with a serenade or relaxed as you've ever seen him before. So I'm sorry, but I accidentally opened your photo album. I closed it immediately, but I figured I should at least apologize. Oh, it's okay. I think I misplaced it. See anything curious? What game are you fucking playing? What game are you fucking playing? I did, actually. I only saw it for a split second, but I thought I saw Miss Jane. You said you've only known her barely a year, but that picture was from years ago. She had like several times. Attention still in the cutting board. You wonder if you've crossed the line. Oh, the one from the conference, right? My bad, I was trying to remember. It was a conference a few years ago. We didn't know each other back then, but I took the picture because my friend told me to. He knew who she was, but he was too embarrassed to be the only one asking for a photo. It's printed because it's a free photo booth from the event. Right. No, right. Your gut feeling is telling you something, and you want to listen. You think Chad's telling the truth, but not the whole story. You nod non-committally. After a while, dinner is served. You eat a bit too fast for your liking out of excitement, the warmth and the rich flavor melting in your mouth. Tell your mom she's right. It will do. I actually grew herbs when I was little. Used to cook it with her. Have you tried that before? Growing stuff? I did, but it kept dying on me. What was it? Basil? Me gasp in disbelief, causing your cheeks to redden. I was 6. Fine, I'll give you a pass. If you're interested in picking it up again, you know who to call. Geraldine? No. You and John continued the pleasant conversation during dinner, even until he washed the dishes. He insists on doing himself, too, but you managed to insist harder, saying it was the least you could do. John's slender figure leans on the counter, a smile perpetually gracing his face while watching you manage the sink. Even with his usual calm demeanor, one can tell he's giddy. There's a pep that changes his graceful gestures. Right. This is the first and last time you'll be allowed to wash dishes at my place. Let's see about that. You shoot him a grin, but his words leave a warm feeling in your heart, as if it's a given that you'll be coming over next time. I hope it is, you think? Nighttime arrives sooner than expected, and you bid your temporary goodbyes to Zhao's house. He gives you a ride home despite its distance. The night air is cool on your skin. In his just typical gentleman manner, he escorts you to the door of your apartment. Good night, man. Thank you for today. I could be one thanking you. I had a lot of fun. You too. It was not too presumptuous if I were to call it a date. Of course not. It's a date to me too. Triumphantly, he lets out a cheerful laugh, uttering nothing till the late time of day. Glad. See you again soon. By his words, he shuffles as if not wanting to leave yet. You look at each other in the empty hall. There is adoration in his eyes. See, if we really wanted to whore about, girl, come in. Just because it's the first date, who cares? Sure. You cup the side of his cheeks in your palms and gently bring his face to yours. Eyes closed, you feel his hands on your waist. Your lips meet his once, then twice. His grip tightens as you... What? As you touch his scarved neck. I am halfway sure there is most definitely scars on there. Your hand remains for a heartbeat on his skin before pulling away. No, don't go. His hand lands on your wrist, keeping them in place. It's painless, but firm. Is he crying? Or sweating? The concept of a first kiss being that good, you start bawling? I didn't know I had game like that. Apologies, man, I didn't know. Sorry girl, I didn't know. His hand lands on your wrist. Oh, I already read that word. When his eyes usually harbor bashful surprise in its place is something you don't recognize. What do you think? A small sound like a hitch breath comes out of his parted lips. He leans forward once more, nose touching, a breath away from another kiss. You don't move away, wide-eyed. You feel the tremors of his shaking hands. It was one kiss, brother. Let's relax. Still on your wrist. His skin is hot. His expression is a cracked mask. In a sickening way, you're enamored by the sight. Da-da-da-da. Tap. Your voice barely whisper. Before you can say anything else, he gives your cheek a quick kiss and pulls away. Good night, man. A little too quickly, he turns on his heels and goes back down the hall to the elevator, and in there he's going, ah! My theory. It's like, fuck. For a few moments, you school your breathing into a desolate hall. You enter your room, ready to wind down for the day. Still hazy, you replay the events of the day. The black and white photo of you and him stares back at you, all smile and teeth. All thanks to the strange request from a businesswoman you don't know. You're intrigued by Zhao, and you enjoy his company. There's deep fondness whenever he appears in your thoughts. Caught in the crossroads of desire between the undertaker and the curator, those who dedicate themselves to preserving what was once life. Really? Do you really know who he is? Stage 3. Advanced decay. You don't know him yet. But when the opportunity does present itself, I'm going to make my character fuck him. I'm sorry. The other game with the pink hair yandere didn't let me. And he at least was fun and also doing supernatural shit, which makes me laugh. He pushed someone into an aquarium, and then the devil came and was like, turn that shit back around, restart the game. And I've just been intrigued ever since. We are going to fuck him. We are. We're fucking him. I'm sorry, that's gonna happen. That is going to happen. At least once. Ideally before the kidnapping. I don't think we should play into that after kidnapping. I think he's just gonna kill us once that happens. And that, enigmatic. You know what fucking word this is. And potent, a quiet poison in the veins. You like him. His kind smile and rosy cheeks, and how you feel a sense of accomplishment every time he laughs a little louder than usual. You also notice the way he looks at you fervently and cruelly. What? What? That was not the word we were using earlier. There's something buried inside, a festering within him that you've yet to unearth. And isn't that what brought you to him and him to you? To preserve something, you must first understand it. You recall what you know so far. There are several things you've noticed since you started paying more attention. The circumstances of Jane Avery's death, her broken relationship with Owen, and how Chow plays into all of this. You don't forget last time the two men met each other. Then his job and personal interests. There's a door in his house, and you have to ask the right questions for you to see after that. There's what Sierra said. And his photo album. You stop to take a deep breath. Even with the inevitable danger, you don't remember the last time you felt this alive. The next day, you sit on your couch, hands hovering over a text to Owen. If anyone knows anything about Chow and Jane, it's mostly him. Hey, Owen, how are you? You get up and get ready for the day. This week's a little busy for you, but you can't wait any longer to find out more. Buttoning your shirt, you check your phone again. Good? Need anything, man? At least he's perceptive. Sorry to bother, I want to ask you some things. Are you free today? About Chow and Jane, but if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to. Before you can say anything else, he immediately sends a response. No, I'm down. After lunchtime today? Yeah, is my office okay? Be there around 1. Thanks, see ya. You choose your office not only because of your schedule, you don't want him or anyone getting the wrong idea that this is more than anything than his inquiry, despite your curiosities. You're still seeing Zhao after all. You care a lot. That's why you're trying to understand him. I don't want him to think I'm cheating. Like, I do think he may have murdered someone, but I don't want him to think I'm cheating. Right. It doesn't take long before you're ready to go. You leave your apartment like a little usual. You leave your apartment as usual now with a silent wish that everything will be alright. What turn is that? There we go. You arrive at Heavenshade Funeral Home. It's still early, but the city beyond the lobby window is already up and about. The next few hours go by smoothly, with you meeting a family to discuss their cremation service plans. Thank you for your help. We'll be back later. Absolutely. I'll be here until the afternoon. After your clients leave, you eat lunch alone, resting before the rest of the day. Brisk knocks at your office door. Come in. Owen's sturdy frame appears. His brows are slightly furrowed in a way that suggests it might be subconscious. Hey. Hi, sorry you had to come here. I'm really busy today. It's cool, I needed to get out anyway. Despite the casual way he usually brings himself, there's a tension in his shoulders. Please sit down. He obliges. Would you like anything to drink? No thanks. No, I'm not your kind anymore, no need to be stiff. His tone has no malice in it, only genuine encouragement in the way he knows best. For the first time since he's entered the room, his face eases into something more similar to his usual expression. You too release a breath you didn't know you've been holding. Sorry, you're right, it's just... I've been seeing Chow lately, but I think there's something weird things I've noticed about him. His eyes twitch. You're sure of it, but considering he's trying to school his expression for you to continue, you do. Can you tell me why you got angry at him back then? His unfazed expression suggests that the question was expected. He folds his arm across his chest and lets out a heavy sigh. Because I think he's the person that's been stalking me. Thought, I don't know. What? It wasn't long after our reunion. It felt like someone's fucking staring at me wherever I go outside. I think I told you something like that. This one night I was so creeped out, I started running. No idea where to. Eventually circled back to my apartment. Some hooded guy stood there. Long story short, I called out. Tried running, so I grabbed him. Your face must have reacted, because his posture shifts a little defensively. Yeah, it was stupid. I was in a bad place. Then his hood fell off. It's your guy, alright. Should have seen his eyes. And do you really not notice anything? You do, all right. You notice. Your heartbeat quickens. Just wondering, what if it's a coincidence that he's there? I'm not downing you. This is just hypothetical. You fear I will react badly, but all he shrugs, remaining unaffected. Exactly why I didn't press charges and didn't tell anyone. He was lowering right away, and then he looked at me, and the way he looked at me was fucking creepy. I trust my gut more than anything, but you can't present gut as court evidence. True. What about Jane? Can you tell me more about her? You realize that this is possibly breaching a lot of etiquette codes, but you remind yourself that you're talking to Owen as a friend at this moment. Even if the aged... What? Even if the aged... What? That doesn't make sense. Even if the age the funeral home walls are the ones housing this conversation. Getting to it. Not long after I started feeling watched, my mom reached out to me again, asking to see me, saying stuff like, I know you've been unwell. Creepy shit. He starts to look at... Oh my god, he starts to look more agitated, but still willing to talk. I don't talk to my mom anymore, not since I graduated college. We never understood each other. She wants me to be her mini-me, and I guess I was a stupid kid. Too late for that, though. The silence stretches for a moment. A blank stare on the wall bears the weight of his absent look. What do you know about your guy and my mom? You recall the information you found online in the album in his house. Think they're personal business partners, aside from her being the Colvin's business partners? Yeah, it turns out they know each other beyond Colvin relations. Now, Owen looks even more visibly distressed. He runs a finger through his hair. You're not recording this, right? What? No? Good. Tell me everything you know first. You tell him all you've noticed since you started seeing Chow. What you found online, see her story, the album, and the other strange encounters. You don't tell him about the kiss. The memory's only for you and Chow. Like, I do think he's like, maybe he did something, but like, we did make out. You don't even know that part. Owen's leg starts bouncing, head slightly bowed in thought. So, what did you want to say? Dark, grape eyes look up, so much like his mother. Patiently, you wait until Owen gathers the strength to speak again. A deep, deep sigh resounds from him. Saying, should I be telling you this? What does your gut say? He smiles faintly. Tells me that if any in the world needs to know right now, it's you. My mom wasn't a clean businesswoman. She's in a lot of shady stuff. It's one of the reasons I left home. What do you mean by shady? Black market, hired guns, spies, and whatever makes her get what she wants. If you're sure, I'm damn sure he's one of them. Don't speak ill of the dead. It's one of the things you've ever heard spoken many times in the funeral home. Usually in reprimand from failing members to one another. Nevertheless, that has always opened the gates of retrospection. Down to a path where grudges and whispers are unearthed together. To be the one holding the shovel, however, sends a cold down your spine. He's a hitman. Who knows? She hires a lot of different people for different reasons. You think he's a gun guy or a fist guy? A sardonic scoff escapes his lips, and you stare at your desk in thought. You can't imagine Chow doing crude work. He would poison people. He's the herb guy. He would poison people. Come on. Thoughts. Think hard. He would poison people. That is so what would obviously be happening. Duh. 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 He seems the type to move quietly and calculating and sharp like something in the veins. How do you know all this? He rolls his right shoulder, weighing down on whether to indulge your question. Let's just say kids aren't as clueless as their parents think. When you barely spend time with your children and strange people keep appearing, they try to figure out sooner or later. You nod understanding. Silence descends in the room. Your mind is jumbled, trying to make sense of everything you know. You're in deep shit, man. Just how close are you with Chow? Close enough for it to hurt. There's always been a gaping maw in your heart, silent and ever-present. Its presence has gone mostly unnoticed throughout your life until the day you met Chow. You like him, love him, maybe. You need to keep chasing it. Close? Sharp knocks hits your door. That's my cue. He stands up and you do the same. The look of concern is easy to spot on his face, as rare as it is. Be careful, then. If you remember anything else about my mom, or if you have a plan, tell me. Thanks, Owen. As you walk behind him, you notice a little bit of red skin peeking under his sleeves, slightly more rolled up than usual. You don't remember it being there when you were in high school, but it reminded you of Jane and the pink spots on her face. What's that on your arm? I've had hide a few days ago. It's still a little red. He pulls his sleeve further, showing a spot that looks similar to an allergic reaction. Oh. Didn't you watch me play back then? I wore jerseys, so obviously I had one on my arm. His tone turns slightly teasing. You can't help but smile too. Yeah, and you're right. Jane had one, so I thought you did too. What? Didn't you have a birthmark on her face from here to here? You make a sweeping gesture across your cheek, and Hans brows furrow incredulously. What are you talking about? She doesn't have a birthmark. He poisoned her. He so poisoned her. And the highs are from the herb. My theory. It's been 2 days. Work has been busy, but even then, it's not enough to completely take your mind off Joe. Can't tell if the music's still going. It is. It's fine. I'm only gonna go when it's a little bit left. You just showered, and are currently opening your laptop on the kitchen island. Think. Try to remember anything you can find. On laptop browser, look for your saved links. Chow's paper must still be in there. There are plenty of them, and other related research you found from other people. You pick one of Chow's research reports. Isolation and functional analysis of cardiac glucose. He made her have a heart attack. That's what matters in that sentence. Despite not understanding a lot of terminology, you try your best to skim if anything of interest. There are a few supplemental images helping you give visual context. It doesn't take long before your mind wanders. Remember anything about my mom? The images are on her metal bed. A woman of below average height and thin build. Owen must have gotten his height from his father. Pale skin aged, but visibly taken care of through beauty treatments. Her hair was dark and long with streaks of gray. You continue to think while skimming the document. The heart's undertaker, scientifically named William Cupidinus, is a highly toxic plant classified in a C-section scar across her lower abdomen. Injection marks from the hospital, IV fluid, and blood draws. What else? Used as a natural preservative agents in embalming practices during the 16th century, a strong nose, something Owen inherited. Most striking were the eyes, angry and defiant in passing, even with them shut, her brows rested a disappearing of hero. Sustained exposure to a defined route has been shown to induce disturbances to cardiac electrical signaling pathways. You remember wondering which would have sounded like perhaps something unsaid dissolved into the dark with her brows, eyes, nose, and... oh! Her face. A cell-binding enzyme in the heart's undertaker toxic got post-mortem discoloration, akin to birthmarks or rashes. He killed her. He killed her. He killed her dead. As the body decays, the discoloration more darker and spread, eventually breaking down affected skin cells as well. Your breath hitches in your throat. Ding! You glance at your notification on your lock screen. Dinner tomorrow? Maybe he had a good reason for killing her. Something in your stomach lurches. You don't know how long you're rooted in place, staring at the space between the two screens. Your mind is a disorder of fear and shock, but that is a given. What shames you is the fact that beneath all that, you still want to know more. It's a horrible pull begging you to proceed and let go of the reins. You have several ways to go about this, and none of them are easy. You look back down when you have the chance. He wouldn't, right? Every second spent thinking about it makes your heart scream even more, because you know him. You know he would. Pick your poison. Fuck. Fuck. Emma, what do you think? Check with him or go with the hitman? I think so too. Oh, that was not the... that wasn't how I was imagining it. Sorry, babe. I was thinking of it more... is this song like really quiet? Oh, it kind of is. That's fine. Oh. I kind of like being able to hear it through my headphones. Like a little bit. It reminds me that something is actually like... that's not how I was thinking it. I'm thinking of like we're a faux detective. You can't bear another moment going behind Chow's back. A man you've come to be enamored with, and one you need to understand even if your life is on the line. I think it's like preservation on both sides. You want to preserve and understand him like he's a dead body, and then he wants to do the exact same. Of course, you'll play it slowly and safely, take your time in picking him apart and relish in his reaction. There's something waiting at the other end of this, a gratifying love you will never find anywhere else. Why are you so sure of this? You're not sure. All you know is that the inherent danger fills you with a rush you don't dare confess out loud. And maybe it's because you work with dead bodies all the time, and you're just like, oh my god, this living person, almost like a dead body, that I can, bear myself to the way I want to be, understood, the way I understand dead people. I don't know. We have a very weird fascination with death. what twisted discoveries about him you and yourself this might entail is for you to find out. Is this your poison of choice? Yes. You don't involve Owen or anyone else anymore. It's just you and Joe. The thought of it sends a sickening rush of adrenaline in your bones. You check your schedule before texting Joe back. I know a place. Still, you have to gauge his reaction first. Asking him in a public setting can be an extra safety measure. You believe that he won't hurt you, but for what it's worth, there are still shivers, of common sense in your mind. You look up at your ceiling deep in thought. How would you go about this? Finish dinner, try to ask him about his study on poison and see where it goes. This is reckless, impulsive, and ever similar meaning adjective out there. And yet, out of all the possible consequences, somehow the one you fear the most is his disapproval. Because that was the vibe you were getting, unhealthy, kind of weird obsession of, being understood to that level of degree that was coming up before you knew he was a hitman. Where they both have a weird obsession with understanding. His comes more into, I want to preserve this thing until it's gone, and then theirs is understanding, is the understanding that only death can bring. So I've kind of been seeing this obsession there. So I do think, realistically, with how this has already been playing out, would not involve Owen. Well, it's in front of us. We're literally like, oh, I still don't want to keep that kiss to myself. Okay, babe. Okay. You'll just have to see. Maybe this can end greatly for both of them. Okay, so he kills people, we do the embalming. I'm sure this could work. The thrill of this chase and the desperation of knowing it's always been there, dormant in your heart. Something brought it out, but you don't dare say it's love. Not yet. Chase 4. Skeletonation. One of the next night. You stare at your almost empty plate. The restaurant's lights reflect on your spoon like orbs. It's a pleasant shade of warm fitting for the late time of day. There are many possibilities for how this might go. Despite cementing your decision of wanting to know, there are still little buds of anxiety in your mind. Little? Nan? Huh? Oh, sorry. Are you tired? You seem out of it today. It's alright, just a little sleepy. Sleep. Oh, I almost forgot. He takes a small package from his messenger bag. It's a long and thin box wrapped in craft paper. You take it from his outstretched hand. A genuine smile of excitement blooms on your face. What's this? The diffuser I promised you, along with the wreaths. A bottle that size will last around a week, but if you want more, just tell me. Maybe we can help you sleep better tonight. Thank you, Joe. I'll open it when I get home. You in the unseen turmoil of your heart, he makes you happy in unexpected ways. It eases your nerves. It almost makes you want to postpone your plan. Almost. If anything, it fuels your desire more. I almost forgot to tell you, I looked up some of your papers. Did you study toxology back in university? Despite everything, you're genuinely interested in him and his interests as well. The fact that it helps you bridge your line of incurity doesn't hurt. Joe's face lights up immediately, albeit different from the usual innocent charm he displays. You did? I had toxology courses in uni, but other than that, it's just a personal interest. Do you collect toxic plants too? Yeah, the album I showed you had at my house was special. Toxic collection. They're safe to handle as long as you know how. Where'd you get them? Anyways, you don't know if he notices, but no matter how much you try to keep your usual demeanor, there's a sense of gravity in the conversation. It's one for what you know, it would have been an innocent dinner talk. Your thoughts must have been reflected on your expression, and Joe squints curiously. What are you thinking about, Nan? Breathe. You've prepared this fictional story. I dressed someone earlier today. He was released from a coroner. The expression turns slightly more grave. The trace of his usual solemn curve on his brows when he starts pondering. A murder? Apparently not. The guy went solo hiking, got lost in the woods, and ate a bunch of stuff no one is supposed to. So I found past the police and the coroner. There are no signs of a struggle. The conclusion was accidental self-poisoning by mushrooms I don't remember the name of. You can't tell if you told the story convincing enough or not. Suddenly aware of your surroundings, you glanced left and right to make sure the others didn't hear anything. Did you notice anything when you worked on the body? Any bruises or discoloration? There was lividity and bruising, but nothing that coroners haven't already noticed. In your paper, you mentioned something about post-mortem discoloration. He smiles, but it's different from the usual reaction of hearing you ask him about his interests. There's something else. You're feeling a little bit parched. On which paper? You loser, he knows. The one about the Heart's Undertaker, the rashes. And I think I saw something like that on Jane's face. He raised his eyebrow. Sure it's not an allergy or anything? Looks like a common skin irritation or a faint birthmark, and the doctors didn't say anything. I had a weird feeling about it. Did you embalm her directly from the hospital? No. Her body was still in the refrigerating room for 2 hours. It's possible that the rashes appeared after the doctor's examination. But why are you asking this? Do you think she was supposed to still heart's undertaking? Beneath the table, your leg fidgets uncomfortably. Her official cause of death was heart attack. Isn't that what the toxin does? Yes, but it could be a normal heart attack. If there's anything suspicious, they send coroners on. Besides, the heart's undertaker is an uncommon plant, and not everyone can work with it. Can you? You said it without thinking. Was that too direct? Do you think? A sudden wave of anxiety washes over you, but instead of offense, the child seems intrigued. What makes you think that? You know a lot about plants and poison, apparently. And? Maybe you know something about her. About her or her death. If you think he didn't, you would have already immediately apologized and changed the topic. Out of discomfort. But you stay rooted in your seat, shoulders tense. Your hesitation is enough of an answer to him. There's a glint of amusement in his eyes, a sign of success, and cornering you. Also success. He looks pleased with himself and what you've mentioned, but not completely. It's as if he wants you to say it outright, show him what you know and see what you do. The unexpected pressure is making you slightly panic, unsure of how to answer. A meager response is all you can muster. I don't mean it like that. I'm sorry. Despite the apology being non-committed, something in his eyes softens. It's not enough to dampen the rising frenzy behind it, however. It's okay. He tosses you a glance that you've come to recognize as gauging your reaction, testing your interest. Either he unknowingly bit your bait, or he's onto you and is throwing you one of his own. Of course, you bite. That's what you're here for. You're no longer putting up an innocent, curious facade. Expression head. What? Putting up an expression hard as you try to catch any telling sign on his face. Do you know why the name the Heart's Undertaker is even more fitting? Why? The discoloration only appears after death. The heart stops pumping, and the cells break down in a way that makes it look like a birthmark, rosacea, a rash, anything normal of the sort. If the body just passed, then you'll most likely miss it, even if you see it. Therefore, someone dies from poison based on the toxin, the person most likely to identify it is the Undertaker. The last person to see the body dressed, buried, and turned to ashes. When did you get obsessed with us for you to kill someone just so you can see if we find out? That's my theory. What the fuck? When did this happen? His gaze is intent, not wanting to miss a fraction of your reaction. Maybe he just wants to fuck a coroner. Like, maybe that's just what he's thinking. A hungry challenge. Did you kill her? You want to ask so badly. It's almost bursting out of your throat. How do you know that? Historical reports, doctors, coroners, and other experts. Do you think I would miss such a thing? If the body has been left for long, absolutely. A chill runs down your vertebrae, but you don't flinch. He seems amused by this, rather than defensive as you feared. Are you into this? Isn't it dangerous? I think there's something special about it. You dissect and learn more about them past a distance that everyone keeps from it. You have to be careful and delicate. It's a balancing act and potent tool. He thumbs the edge of his fork handle idly. When something catches your interest, even if it's dangerous, will you do anything to know? So he knows that we know that we know that he knows that we know that he knows. Yo. He's getting a good giggle out of it. He wants to fuck so bad. Sorry. Your gay guys? Sure. He's hardened, desperately absorbing everything he can. He straightens in his chair, eyeing you back with rapt attention. Please answer. I'd like to hear what you think. Would you do anything to know? I would. His smile splits his face in half. Does this topic make you uncomfortable? Usually when Chao says words like this, it's accomplished by a slight frown and a pout that he doesn't realize he's doing when he's concerned about you. But now, something's prodding in his eyes. It's challenging you, hoping you'll say, no, tell me everything. His grin gets even wider. You see it, the unfamiliar wolfish nature in his smile. You school your expression flat in return, in a way that doesn't need to be spoken. Both of you acknowledge that this isn't going to be a regular night. Tell you what? About you, Jane. Everything. Why should I? Because I want to. Arrogant and honest. It hides away your plan has been sweating for a while now, despite the air conditioning. He breaks into a small laugh, though not quite the same as his usual demeanor yet. Remember the door at my house when you asked about? You've asked the right questions, man. I can show you after this if you want. You're going to walk right into the lion's den. But isn't that what you secretly wanted? To understand and be understood, no longer a silent witness to life and death? Sure. A few beats pass as he observes you again. Don't look so tense, I don't mind. You highly doubt that. The bill is paid, and both of you leave into the chilly night air. One of the hands clutches the package he gave you. It reminds you of the first time you met him. Under the cafe, the sun high in the sky. Even tonight, the city hasn't rested. You take a deep, grounding breath, waiting for Joe to ignite his motorcycle. The black steed is imposing as the first day you saw it, but less jarring now. He gave Chow an edge that you now know he has. He hands you a helmet already with his own. The visors pop down, and all you see is a reflection of you, dazed and wondering. You put it on and let Chow buckle it under your chin. His fingers linger just long enough for you to notice. Even with the sound of traffic, and the night when that reminds the city to go home, you still hear a shaky sigh. Chow's home looks the same as when you last visited, still with the same warm lighting and classy decor. Being here alone with the man puts you in danger, if you are in any. And there's a comfort in... there's a comfort that even you don't fully understand. Like, oh my god, if I'm gonna be killed, at least he's hot. I don't know. Like, is that the thought we're having? Like, at least I'm dating him? I don't understand. What is the comfort in that? At least that you'll be understood when you die? Sure, babe, sure. If this is helpful to you, sure. I need to change the music to something that's gonna go longer. I think that one's the one we did last time. For like 40 minutes. Oh. Forgot about it on there. The living room smells like him. His water bottle's on the table, and you're sitting again to take off your shoes. Without realizing it, you feel more at ease. Wordlessly, he guides you further in his house and stops in front of the door with the key scanner. He pulls a card from his wallet, taps it, producing a satisfying beep. It's going to be a bit cold. Is that okay? It's fine. He opens the door. Welcome to my lab. Bright, sterile lights bathe the minimalist room. It's moderately sized personal lab, impressive for something hidden. Something on the left immediately catches your attention. Along the wall are glass-covered racks. Flora of various colors are visible beyond it, glowing with pink-purple lights. Those are my growth chambers. I cultivate a lot of toxic plants myself, including the Heart's Undertaker. It takes a lot of electricity, so I installed solar panels on my roof. You're not paying attention to his words, still surveying the room in a slight awe. The right side is a long cabinet, doubling as workspace. There's a sink and equipment you don't recognize, a metal bed in the centerpiece of the room, uncomfortably similar to the ones you work on every day. Unease snaps you back into reality. You have your back against him, but you can feel the weight of his anticipation. Everything you wanted to ask suddenly slips your mind. John notices your hesitance and takes a step forward into your line of sight. He goes over the chamber and stops at the racks. Come here. You notice him standing shoulder to shoulder. Inside the glass, there's a special flower you've become fond of. It stands proudly with its ink-like stem. Under the LED lights, its pink pigment shines bright. You've never seen a live one before. Compared to its preserved counterparts, this one brims with life and danger. Wow. Wow, indeed. Beside you, the soft light of the chamber bleeds into the place you stand in. The stark pink and purple dyes one of his scaleras. It takes everything in you not to flinch. Did you kill her? How'd you get there in the first place? You echo a question from back at the restaurant. He smiles at your obvious attempt to ease into conversation once more. The Undertaker? All of them? For the Undertaker and some others, I gather them myself. The hillside north of the city has a wide variety of plants. The rest I acquire from other people. They sell those freely? Why not? They're toxic. Usually you've ingested and sell those with plenty of warnings. You can buy one for yourself, not that I recommend it. Oh. What do you do with the poisonous ones you make? Did I ever say that I make these poisons, man? My lab is for preservation, research, and storage. A blatant lie to you, but he isn't wrong. He smiles teasingly and sends a wave of frustration over you. Mixed with fear, it forces your brain to think of the next thing to say. If you want to be honest with you have to be honest with me as well. It's a question in your head. Ask it. I want to know what you're thinking about. It's a demand in a way that knows the works on you. Gentle and inviting, it'll push you into a pit. It seems your ruse of casual questioning is coming to an end. Not that you're unaware. The moment you start your digging, you agree to the possibility of being buried along with you on Earth. With what you unearth. For a few beats, you look at Joe wordlessly. Even in this moment, his simple handsomeness makes you pause. Dear Lord, you're about to ask him if he's killed someone. You're thinking, damn, he's hot. Brother. You take a deep, almost shuddering breath. Chow? Your heart is beating almost painfully. It's exhilarating. Did you kill Jane Avery? There's a desperate, strained effort on Zhao's end to hold back a smile. But it's there. In the quirk of his lip and the way he takes a deep breath as well. If I did, what would you do? He's trying to keep up his usual tone, curious and innocently morbid. It seems that he's still trying to read back you something. Yep. Underneath, you know it's a genuine question. You inhale a sharp breath, not backing away from his gaze. I would like to know why. After you know, then what? Would you leave me? You know the answer to this too. An irrational, reckless, no. Honest answer. Your face doesn't move a muscle. You can't seem to have it in you to smile or show anything that might undermine the meaning behind your words. Chow tenses for a split second, then another. Another uncomfortable smile graces his fair skin, illuminated by the rosy lights. Okay, again with the almost teary face, a little too wide for his visage. Really? His voice is a shaky whisper. Yes? Seeing him like this makes it hard for you to think straight. Da-da-da. You'd do the same if it were me, right? Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Everything I do is for you, Nan. Okay, so when did you mean me to start the stalking? Zhao's face cracks open to a smile. You look crazy right now, friend. Brows raised in shock as if he didn't expect you to say it. As if in a trance, he takes a sudden step forward. You step back towards the center of the room, and he stands between you and the growth chambers. I killed her. She was my client, but she started to get mad due to the illness and substances. I was a loose end, and she wanted me dead. Okay, so maybe he did have a good reason to kill her. Wanted you dead too. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? You still your voice trying to sound too shaky. What? She dealt in legal businesses. I was both a toxologist and a hired spy to her. Did no one say anything about me? He says the things casually, makes you reel out of fear or adrenaline. You're not sure. Why does she want me dead? To hurt me. And the mistake I made, she found out about my affections for you before she laid a hand on you. I had to get rid of her. His voice is a mixture of emotions. What glimpse of grief you caught was let loose by a wave of elation overwhelming it. Without realizing it, you take a step backward for every step he takes forward. Why me? From the moment I saw you, I felt it. And every time I learned something new about you, I know I need to cut you open and keep you forever. You are the one specimen I've been waiting for my whole life. You go back until your hip touches the metal bed. Are you scared of me, Nan? No? Do you want to be? You want to let him seep into your veins and earn his ecstasy. For every rush of adrenaline he gives you a spark of lights in your very being. Yes. Brother. There's a soft sigh in the way you've never heard from him before. Your heart is beating too fast, hitching the air in your throat. His face is dangerously close to yours. In a distance, you can count his lashes and feel the warmth of his breath. In the corner of your eyes, his slender arms rest on the table, caging either side of your body. Coming all the way here. What makes you think I won't kill you too? You don't get to respond to that. He closes the miniature distance and his lips meet yours. Pent-up passion burns between you, and you answer the kiss with your own. Fuck him. I mean, we haven't been kidnapped, so we should fuck him. You know, this is more of a equally unhealthy dynamic if you're thinking, damn, need him so bad, need this killer so bad. But maybe if he had a good enough, she was gonna kill us. But I want to know where the stalking started. You know, I can get over him trying to kill, him actually killing someone. Like, if she was actually genuinely gonna kill me, then, that's fine. But, when did you get obsessed with me, friend? When did that happen? I've never met you before. When did that happen? You savor the taste of him trailing touches to his neck and hair. One of Xiao's arms wraps around your torso and the other steadies itself on the table. The position pushes you into... What? To the sturdy metal table. You can feel the cold edge into your back through your clothes, one of many overwhelming sensations you feel at the moment. Dan, sit on the table. Barely breaking the kiss, you hoist yourself and sit on the metal table. Chow immediately stands between you and your legs and finds himself between your lips. The kiss is deep, your mouth tingling and occasional gasps. Every once in a while, Zhao would make a please sound like a shiver. It drives you crazy. Man? Do you love me? It's difficult to think straight. His chest is flushed against yours, still in an embrace. The beat of his heart breaks through his ribs and into you. But you know the answer well enough. It's a wanting that never goes away. Only by sighing into the world and will it relieve you of pain in your chest. You part with him ever so slightly and you speak into his lips. I do. Say it. I love you. He is pulling between your thighs. Oh. We very much want to fuck him. Wrapped around the sides of Xiao's body. You feel his grip tighten around you, hungry and desperate. Fuck him. I want to keep you forever. He breaks away from the kiss, looking down at your eyes, haze with lust. In this minuscule distance, you can still feel the heat of his body. His hands move themselves from your body and onto your wrist, holding them up between your chest in a tight grip. I want to draw your blood. Can I? Nan, please? He's shaking. His chest rises and falls erratically in anticipation. Do it gently. He breaks into a grin and pulls away slowly. His fingers brush your seated thighs before handing over to a row of cabinets. It immediately feels colder without the heat of his body. You try to regain your breathing in between shivers, arousal left unfinished. Lay down. You do as he says and lie on your back. The cold metal stings you in spots where your skin is exposed. There's a sound of running water padding, and the most dreadful to you, the snap of rubber gloves on skin. Your heart rate hasn't returned to normal. It thrums in anticipation as well. He's really doing it. Joe returns to the side of the bed, now standing over you with a strip of fabric. You hear the clatter of several items on the surgical equipment stand above your head. Relax, don't move. He brings the strip to your forearm and ties it into a tourniquet, taking an alcohol swab. He wipes down on the inside of your elbow. You silently observe his movements. The way his gloved hand is cool to the touch, laid with pleasant pressure on your arm. There's barely contained glee in his very being. He takes a syringe from the stand and pops it. Open the cover. You see his throat bob when he poises onto your vein. This won't hurt. It wavers. He's shaking again, and this is when you notice it. He wants to fuck so bad. With sharp brush, Joe steadies his hands. The needle breaks your skin with precision. Crimson blood, tantalizingly bright, fills the barrel as Chow pulls the plunger. Is that what that's called? You feel it being sucked through your vein, forfeited as a gift to make your sweetheart happy. It's sickening. You feel your breathing quicken in excitement. Done. Thank you, Nan. He pulls out a syringe and brings it into light with a look of awe. He observes your blood with joy. To the cabinet side of the room, he starts sorting vials and discarding the other medicinal residues. You watch his back as he turns to the sink once more, running his hand under the water and musing to you. I can't wait to analyze it. I want to commit you to memory and preserve everything about you. I don't want your blood, I want many, many things. You don't feel like getting up. Not because of the slight numbness in your arm or the slight side of blood. You want to wait until he tells you to do so. Chow walks back to the side of the table and holds up a flat piece of metal. You recognize it all too well. A scalpel. Or the handle of it, at least. The blade's been taken off, leaving only the flat metal grip and thin protruding part at the top. Why don't we try something else? It's cold and hard, but there's no blade. I promise it won't cut you. I've always wanted to try this with you. May I? You sit up and eye the piece of metal. He angles his hand for you to get a better look. What are the rules? You say stop and I stop. Girl, what's happening? But as long as you want to continue... Right, okay. I'll tie your wrist a bit. Don't move until I say you can. To expose to my skin, I'd prefer if you took off your top, but it's your choice. So, what do you say? So he is gonna kill us. Like, I fully think he's gonna kill us, but I feel like we're just gonna have to resign to that fate right now. Like, I do think we're just gonna have to accept that. I think that I feel like that's... I wonder what he would do if we decline, though. I feel like he... I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I just kind of want to see what's gonna happen. Is he gonna kill us? I think so, and I want to see if he does. Because he's gonna kill us. Kayla's dead. But let's see how it happens. Imagine being under his complete mercy sends you a rush you can't describe. You can feel the heat returning. Okay. I'll do it. Deliberately, you take off your top and hand to Zhao, who's smiling so wide, it would split his face in two if it gets any further. You can tell he's trying not to awkwardly yet. As if he has future plans, like what? Okay. If he doesn't kill us, 100%, they're fucking. Or it might just be he considers the killing as almost fucking. I don't know. The lab's cool air immediately brushes your bare skin and you shiver. Lay back down. Joe turns to the cabinet once again. You pretend not to notice the tremors returning into his voice. You lie back down on the metal table, and your back arches involuntarily on contact. It's cold and painfully so, not that you mind much. Joe reappears on your side, holding several strips of leather bands. He ties your wrist to the loop on the side of the table, and does the same to your opposite wrist. It's tight, but not uncomfortable. Joe makes sure of it. Splayed out with only your bottoms like this, you feel extremely vulnerable. But you want to feel everything Zhao has to offer. Your chest tightens in anticipation. Besides your blood, I want other things as well. I want your fingerprints. Oh. Okay. Well, see, I kind of just thought, like print. Okay. Kind of forgot he has a scalpel. He holds his fingers in his left hand and the scalpel handle on the right. Slowly, the tip makes contact on your outer wrist. The added cold makes you want to flinch, but the restraint in his grip keeps your arm in place. I want to have a copy of it. and memorize the grooves. Okay, so he's not cutting off the fingertips. Okay, he's just crazy. As long as he doesn't kill us, I think maybe we can live with this. I want a copy of it and memorize the grooves as best as I can. He presses the flat side of the scalpel to your thumbnail, putting enough pressure to hurt. You wince. Slowly, he trails the scalpel back to your arm, then to your collarbones. You'd expect to be so sensitive to its hard, chilled surface. With poorly contained eagerness, jaw presses a little harder along the skin next to your collarbones. Your wrist strained under the leather. One day, I also want to see what's inside of you, but how do I? I'm not sure yet. From your right collarbone, he draws a line to your sternum, then from your left one in the sternum again. It's bladeless. You're not afraid of being cut, and yet the sight and sensation it brings you've never felt before, one you enjoy. From the point on your chest to those two imaginary lines meet, he pulls it down. Excruciatingly deep it's low. It's a straight line down the middle of your torso, stopping right at the navel. You would surrender completely to the sensation if it weren't for the sudden recognition. You know this blade pattern. It's something you've seen plenty of times throughout your career, something you have to tend to if an uncareful coroner were to make it. It's a Y incision for autopsies. A sudden urge of alarm blares in your head, but all you can do is with a weak arch of spine. This is a Y incision. He's still smiling in pleasure. Your knees move to fold in. Don't move. If you want me to continue, don't move. His voice is gentle yet commanding. It's a rule of the game, one you agreed to. You lower your legs again back to the middle. Your plaid fingerprints inside what else? Oh, your teeth. One of his hands cups your cheek, and you lean into the warmth like a starved person. This leather band tightens as you struggle not to try to touch him. He teasingly touches the bottom of your lip. Long fingers settle on spot, asking for entry. To his utter mouth. You open your mouth in compliance. Gently, he puts two fingers inside, spreading your mouth and observing your teeth. I want to mold to add to the collection, but I don't have the equipment yet. An x-ray would be nice too, don't you think? Okay, so none of this is killing us yet. You know, he could do an ultrasound to see the insides. He could do a C-section if he really just wants to look. You know, all of this doesn't have to involve killing us. If he really, he's really just about that life. I don't know. You look at him, unable to speak at the moment. He simply smiles, and you feel him push his fingers deeper, pressing on your tongue. Slow and teasing. He wants to see how you react. You feel the back of your neck slightly sweat in the cold. The area where your skin meets the leather is starting to feel moist too. You close your So we're sucking on his fingers. Your tongue toys with his, just playfully not wanting to back down, even in the position you're in. With the tilt of your head, you stare up at him. Right. A hitch bone comes out with breath, and he retracts his fingers from your mouth. He takes the tissue and disinfects the tray and cleans his wet, red, shaking hand. Damn. He grunts in mild frustration as he just... Unfortunately, to crazy people, we have crazy game. Crazy game. This happened with the other pink-haired yandere. We have game. Unfortunately, I like to poke a bear until it kills us, just to see what will happen. His hands pause at the hem of his pants right on the bill, and he throws you a glance. It's feverish, desperate with want. Despite the growing desire, too, you want to see how far to hold back first. What's stopping you? Go take care of it. You whore! The room and the metal bed are also unforgiving of your bare torso. You find solace in the pleasure more that comes from the things Jao does to you and makes you feel. Oh my god, you whore. Great game though, great strat here, friend. Amazing. He is not killing you today. Truly, great game here. Amazing strat on the play here. Great field play, right to the yard line. The man raises his eyebrows in surprise. Pale lights in headlight, the rows of teeth when he bares his smile once more. Really? Yeah. And careful movements. Okay. Unbuckles his belt and pulls it off swiftly. You always surprise me. You have a feeling this is going to be a long, long night. And it is. A few months later. After revelation, you and Jia continue your normal lives as lovers. There's still traces of his stubbornness sometimes, preferring to bear things alone. Despite all the talk about knowing each other, it took him some time to tell you a lot of things out of suppression rather than distrust. Learning new things and growing beside you are the things he's most interested in now. He's still involved in toxology research, albeit a bit milder rate, and refrains from risky jobs like Jane's. His violence is being reined in with great effort. Sometimes you see it when someone looks at you with interest, or when someone bumps into you and doesn't apologize. The same insatiable desire to have everything he wants and preserve what is precious to him. You can't change him, and you don't want to either. Knowing him has made you find a similar desire within you, a missing puzzle piece of your loneliness. With pride and joy, he knows that too. Your secrets are both yours to keep, in a world where nowhere else can enter. In a way that you no longer think is sickening, it makes you feel loved. Right. Of course, I remember that day. It was windy, away from the city and by the sea. I sat indoors by a little corner, away from your rowdy crowd of high school friends. Not that I knew it was yours back then. I was there for Owen. Jane wanted some pictures and to see if he still had the same friends as the one in his yearbook. Then, at one point, you stepped out alone. You took a deep breath and smiled. Were you enjoying the view? I see right away that you were attractive, but there's something else I couldn't explain. I had my eyes off Owen, so I was surprised when he stepped out of the cafe and into my view. You facing him, I could see your face better. I couldn't hear what either of you were saying, but felt like I could. I wanted to commit to mind how solemn you looked for a while and how you smiled after. How your eyes trailed to the smoke into a cigarette. Oh, so that night. I felt this indescribable pull many times, but never to a person. At that moment, I decided I wanted to do in my free time. I discovered more about you. I don't think I'll tell you too much about how I dated and what I found. The point is, we're so alike. My curiosity turned into affection, especially after I finally met you properly. The more I know about you, the more I needed to know you needed to know me too. I'm glad you want to see all the parts of me and love me whole. Back then I wanted to know what it felt like to talk to you, touch your skin, and see the sides you hide from the world. And you're here now. I could do all those things and more. I'll do everything to make you happy, to make sure all your desires are met, whatever it may be. Keep me forever, Nan. I love you. Ending 4-4. Know me. Am I not the goat? Am I not the goat of giving good endings for the yandere? Like, it always ends well for me. Well, we're gonna, maybe they just have a weirdly, BDSM dynamic in their free time. I didn't die. Let's look at all the endings. Maybe someone has it. Hold on. Loving to kiss. There has to be one where he kidnaps you. What? Who? I hate you. I hate you so much. What are you talking about? Okay. They are showing the endings. I fought Google and this fucking AI. Literally, it's just showing me the endings of that one game. I don't know what it's called, but it's something with Andy Andrew. The fuck? I want to know the other endings, please, please, please. I'm trying to find. Oh my god. Does no one have the fucking endings? Oh, the coffin of Andy and Lay? I don't know. That's the one it keeps trying to show me. Could you biatches? Let me negate all 4 endings. This is so helpful. Who is Andy? Stop. Please. Moody Gamer, please. Please just show me the ending that you got. Gonna raise someone, load you down. I think I got the Nami ending too. Fuck. I don't know what other 4 endings you can really get. Okay. Well, that's fun. That's fun. I'm sure the other endings are where you go with Owen instead. And then, I don't know, maybe something else. Maybe you decline? Let's see, actually. Let's see. Maybe we can quickly get some of them. Sure, load. Skip, skip, skip. Skip. Pink. Let me skip. Skip. I guess leave it be. I just want to get more endings. Skip. Skip. Why can't? Please just skip. Please. Oh. Oh, this is new. You're excited to see his curated choice exhibit. It's the concept for weeks, but you don't tell anything about it. Filled with anticipation, you arrive at the museum's entrance, the most crowded you've ever seen the place be, though not unbearably so. There's still much room to walk and move comfortably. Not mind to make sure I'll pick you up. You remember that this part of the exhibition is simulated in the botanical wing. You take your time walking, observing the various decorations, and guess. Unlike the usual swiveling line of school kids and cluster families, today's crowd is a bit more distinct. Groups of people in suits, some eccentric outliers, and you can even see people with cameras. From a distance, you could swear there's a blonde man dressed in an immense amount of blue and green feathers. You're still starting to feel a little out of place. Luckily, further in the building, you see that there's still a more regular-looking visitors just curious as you. In a large hall, you still assume is reserved for temperate exposition or events, and one wall also opens up the spacious gallery. It brings to mind an endlessly sitting room of a manor, suiting the rest of the museum's classic interior. You notice just pink lock of hair first, talking to what you assume is a visitor. He looks right at home. It's like you can imagine his voice, patient and eager to answer. You linger near the entrance, waiting for him to be unoccupied. Several familiar faces mingle in the crowd. Sierra is near. You almost feel like talking to them at all, though. When your eyes return to Chow, he looks your way at the same time. Man! Almost with a skip, he makes his way over to you, his arms softly wrapped around you, and you return to the hug with a laugh. Your hands rub his back affectionately. You look very happy. Of course I am, you're here. Both of you break the hug, and his hands travel from your shoulders to your fingertips. Come. He guides you to his display. It's a simple setup. There's a short vase and jar, both made of glass. Inside the vase, 2 stems of the Heart's Undertaker stand proudly. It's the first time you've ever seen the flora in its living, blooming state. Inside the jar is a wet specimen. Also the mostly monochromatic balloon. It's exactly the one I showed you back then. A ribbon is tied on its lid's top with a small paper bouquet on the jar. A small plaque describes the display's given name. Till death do us part. What do you think? It's beautiful. Are these real? I've never seen the live ones before. They are. Your gaze is still fixated on the stand, but you can hear the pride in Jazz's voice. His hand tightens around yours affectionately. You see in its wet and dry specimen, but nothing compares to the real thing. Their petals curve gracefully, and the stamens bow in lovely arcs. Bright pink speckles the white in stark contrast. Their stems, dark like ink, refract in the face's water. They intertwine ever so slightly, a lover's quiet embrace. I think you already know already, but your work inspired it. Zhao's voice is barely a whisper, not wanting to break the moment. You turn to face him, only see that he's already looking at you, eyes brimming with earnestness. Thank you, I'm honored. To know you see me like this, I hope you know I feel the same way about you. Still intertwined, your thumb strokes over the back of his hand, under your skin, your chest thumps, drowning the sound of the present crowd. It's how the world has felt most comfortable lately, only hearing your heart and the softness of his laugh. And you say that makes everything worth it. When the show's over, I'll be taking this apart. I'll give you the preserved one if you like. I made it just for you. It's not the museum's. No, it's from my own personal collection. They allowed it once it looked exactly like what the museum has. Look with an expression of disbelief, he breaks into laughter again, bumping his shoulder with yours. Don't be so surprised. I have to get you something too. You don't have to, but I'll never deny anything from you. Okay, give me some time to plan, okay? Of course. You take a last glance at the glass display. For now, a little broken from the trance, you notice a couple serious-looking people hovering, waiting for both of you to stop purse talking. I think other guests want to talk to you too. I was hoping you wouldn't notice. You nudge him gently and he grins, despite pouting after he releases your hand. What will you be doing after this? Tidying, of course. There's a dinner thing for the staff too. Oh, alright then. But if you want to go anywhere, I'd rather go out with you. You can wait. You just celebrate with your friends. I don't think I can handle any more social interaction. Then, want to come to my... Oh, express that? Go, yes, absolutely. Fine, I'll text you later. He grins and you nudge him to attend the other visitors. You circle the rest of the room, admiring the pieces one by one. Some are simpler than others, simply showcasing their selection with no extra flair. Some went an extra mile, creating something similar to what you see in an art gallery. Sierra followed Evan's suggestion, choosing coffee beans. Pierre proves to be competitive, with his display being one of the flashiest ones. You talk to the other curators you know, and Geraldine too, with her bitchy and ghouling. You two are closer every day. He's a good man, and he'll make you very happy. I hope you keep him happy too. You should see the look on his face when he talks to you. You smile, feeling a blush coming on. He's really cute when he does that. He'll be happy to hear that. Keep that smile alive, man. Cherish it always. I will, Geraldine. Thank you. When you're done plenty of talking and looking around, you move to the other parts of the museum. The day soon turns to the afternoon. You text you out, and you both agree to wait for him at your apartment instead. You head home, a good distance away. Interesting. Do I still have the jazz playing? I don't know if I turned it off. Oh, right. It's got 10 minutes left on it. You take a shower and clean up your apartment even further. With no preparation for cooking, you think about what to order later. Jazz is most likely very hungry, so you consider something with meat and vegetables. You'll order it when Jazz is getting ready to get here. A few hours later. The food arrived not long ago. You hear the doorbell ring once more, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. You rush over to open it. Jazz stands with a large smile already plastered on his face. Hello there. Hi. He gives you a quick kiss and takes off his shoes by the door. Just then, you notice how his eyes look a little heavier than usual. You look tired. Did you eat anything at all today? Only a little, but it's okay, I'm fine. As if on cue, his stomach grumbles. Josh shoots you an apologetic look. Sit down. You guide him by the arms to the kitchen island, where he happily surrenders. He drops his bag on the coffee table by the couch. The man lays his arms on the counter, stretching languidly. He watches you take off some plates and utensils. You're smiling, silly. And you're not? Unmoving from his spot, he playfully pokes at you when you approach his side at the counter. Hey, He finally straightens from the counter, seemingly shaking his fatigue off. Getting to see Zhao's occasional playfulness, his attempt to rely on others more, and many of the other sides you enjoyed, it feels right. You feel like you know him very well by now. The food is soon served. It still feels slightly smoky from the heat, enveloping the table in the comfortable warmth. Both of you eat until the plates are empty, light conversations sprinkled between. Zhao lights at a pleased tongue. So good. This is the same restaurant that we tried a few weeks ago, right? With the insanely loud live music? Yeah, I was skipping my ears were ringing by the time we left. Takeout it is, then. I'll wash the dishes now. You've had a long day. Sit down. Fine. The more energized after eating, you know he's been working on it since early morning. He yields and you start the sink. You and you have gone past the stage of debating who gets to do what in each other's home. Now you take turns, or one would take the initiative first. When either of you is overwhelmed or tired, the other would through extra length to ensure good rest and comfort. It results in a relationship where both of you are happy, always trying to grow, both in terms of self and how you can take care of one another. This year's anniversary is a little bit more crowded than last year's. The guests look weirder too. There's this magazine editor who looked like a peacock. I don't think I've ever seen a person with that many feathers in my life. I saw him too. He was blonde, right? That's what you noticed first? After the kitchen and the island are cleared, you and Zhao move to the sofa. You lean on his shoulder, and he wraps an arm around you. I'm glad you're happy today. How could I not be? The event I worked on for weeks went well, and now I'm spending time with you. But now that I think of it, I should really shower. Oh, I almost forgot. He quickly snatches his bag from the coffee table and rummages through it. You smile at his actions. It's easy to tell when Zhao's especially joyful. Different to the way he normally brings himself deep down, you're proud that he even shows you this side to you more than anyone else. He opens his hand to a phone charm. It's simple, but it suits your daily style. Your brows raise in surprise. I brought some crafting stuff when I decorated today. I made this for you, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to. I'll use it. Thank you, Zhao. And this thing, he pulls out another item from this and places it on the coffee table. It's a plastic figurine as tall as your palm. You recognize his popular mascot. It's an oblong shape, and two dots or eyes look back in a cute, silly way. They'll be the guardian of your apartment now. Oh, what will they be protecting me from? Since you're the one who looks like them, you should ask. You turn to Joe, feign offense. I don't look like that. Fine, I'll take them to my house instead. Joe reaches over to take the figurine back, but you snatch it and hold it protectively for your chest. No, they're mine now. Really? He leans forward over it, and you stand to take it out of his reach. Joe follows suit, and you evade once more. Giggling ensues as the two of you circle the coffee table. In a lucky swipe, he manages to grab the figurine. The back of Chesney's hit the Chase side of the couch, and he stumbles backward, pulling you along. Hey! You fall right on top of him, hands rolling to hold your weight. He catches you in a warm hug. The vibrations from his chest travel to yours as a loud laugh sweet sound you wish to hear for the rest of your life. You can't help but laugh at the ridiculous situation. He's definitely regaining his vigor. You lift yourself slightly, looking down at Joe. He's staring back, cheeks flushed from laughing. Well... None of you judge me. You lower yourself once more, bringing your face to his in a lowering light of the room. His rosy eyes looking back and hunger. They look at both of your eyes into your lips. You're beautiful. His collarbone smooths under your touch. Yao observes your every moment, committing it to your mind. If slow teasing is a game. Okay. You know what, Nan? If you want something, you should say it. He always loses. Chow's toothy smile grows wider, and it glides when you kiss the corner of his lips. He kisses you back like he always does, deep and gentle at first. A small pleased gasp always leaves him. Your hands cup his face, wanting to feel the heat rise in every inch of your body. You're strangling the man as he continues to kiss you with fervor. Jesus, wet, satisfying sounds pepper the night. Your breath tingles. You moan into his mouth. Wasting no time, he unbuttons his shirt, pulls it aside. He's always liked the sensation of skin. Take your shirt off. A demander happy to oblige, this demanding fucker. You do as he say, breaking from the kiss just enough to pull your shirt over your head and come back down to his lips. With no fabric in the way, the breathing shivers your chest. Makes you shaky as well. A pleasure burn fills the gap between your mouths. He makes a great effort. Oh my god, like fucking football players. He's making a great effort to keep the pace rising slowly and steady. But you can tell, but we here at the match, we can tell from the ways his hands are immediately roaming across that back, across the tightening grip. Under their hips, we can feel him growing. And he pulls a breath away to whisper and leave a trail of pecs from your jawline to your neck. There you feel the pressure of his sucking the skin. So if you're calling line, but it'll be an issue for you in the morning. Concealer. I know some people actually do use the spoon and like toothpaste thing. Sometimes it works. Now your mind is hazed with the fire, and your vision's in the heat of your thighs. Only Joe says, ciao. I'm not doing some breathy fucking voice. Sorry. Pleased with the marks he left, he goes back to your face. The tongue licks your lower lip, asking for entry. And it enters the mouth with quick succession, and he is giving it. Oh, Dan is giving it a quick suck before interlocking their tongue with his. A buried wanting always wells up in these moments of passion. What? You want to taste them from the inside? Well, there are ways to do that. Not ways you'd like, but like, there are ways. Well, only because you wouldn't like it, because I wouldn't like it, in my opinion. I wouldn't like it very much. See what he's made of. Restlessness is starting to affect his movements. Unsteady arms embrace your body desperately. His hip is starting to buckle under you. And wait. Right. I mean, damn. You don't have to describe them fucking to me. I thought it was just vague. The night is still young. Better make sure it doesn't go to waste. Hell yeah. Fuck. Fuck yeah. A few weeks later, you squint at the wide array of flowers in front of you. They're freshly picked, spots colors shining back expectantly. Just the bakery next door, splitting after your quest to browse the florist alone. The flowers in his living room are starting to wilt, and you want to make your own bouquet for him. In the corner of your eyes, you see the staff hovering, waiting for you to ask for assistance. Maybe an all-white bouquet would look good. You look up at the florist, and she immediately approaches you. She helps you pick out the flower of your choice. There's a wide array of wrapping paper and ribbons. After taking a neutral-colored one, you wrap the bouquet with pointers from the florist. It's not professional work, but you put great care into it, making sure every fold is perfect. You pay and leave the florist. The sky is bright and bluer than it's ever been the past few days. It's a comfortable temperature at this time of year, perfect for blooming petals. Chow leans on a wall outside the bakery, his hair flows across his face as he looks down at his phone. There's a photo of you and him behind the car chasing Ciao. He looks up at you to your outstretched hand. The bouquet shines under the morning sun, and he takes it with both hands. For you? Really? Did you make it yourself? I did. Do you like it? I love it. Thank you. One of his arms carries the bouquet, and the other holds your chin, giving you a quick kiss. You tutter it. Okay, affectionately. Your relationship grows deeper by the day. No love is perfect. There have been disagreements too. Sometimes you feel like it's still difficult to read. In vulnerable moments, there's something buried deep in him that you've yet to see. But you don't mind. You're sure that you know him well enough. That his love will stay comforting forever. Whatever the problem is, it never takes long for you to reconcile, both knowing your places in each other's hearts. Can I take a picture of you with it? Sure. He passes the bouquet to you, as usual. Now takes you smile at the now familiar view of him holding a camera to you. 3, 2, 1. Take several snaps and you move closer to his side to look at the results. Stunning as always. You feel blush coming in. Thanks. Do you want a picture too? He nods and curls the bouquet once more. Standing in the same spot you did, he beams at you lovingly. The bright morning sky and blooming petals, the living city, and ciao. It's a sight you're willing to do anything for. You raise the camera to your eye level. I love you. Something in his eyes shined under the sunlight before closing a gleeful smile. I love you too. I'm assuming that's the ending to it of 4. Love me. Love us together. I'll be there. Love us together. Queuing up the rest of the music. Good lord, what does that sound like? Oh, Dr. Sax. Dr. Sax love. Sure, that's fine. I guess. I really need to get my headphones. These are fine, I just haven't charged them, and they are killing my head with the headband. So. Okay, back from this one. Skip. They want to tell us something. Skip. Well, it's fine. Skip. There is something more. Skip. Let's see. Sure. No. Oh, no. Oh. It's still the funniest shit ever. Sorry. His face when he's doing this. Can I please skip now? Please. Good night. Skip. Let's check the body with Owen. You'll contact Owen and ask for help and his consent to dig up Jane's body. A detestable and drastic measure, but the safest at the moment. Safe, assuming your biggest threat is Chow finding out what you've been sleuthing. A man you come to lean on when you've yet to understand completely. You saw the determination and conflict in Owen. Something tells you he'll agree, even if either of you know what to do afterwards. In silence, you can only hope that everything goes according to plan. What devastating and universal consequences might entail for you to find out. It is my voice, not your voice. Your fingers struggle to answer Chow's text. You type and retype it over and over again. If he sees you on his side, he doesn't interrupt. How about lunch? Hands still shaking interruptedly, you switch to Owen's chat room. Owen, do you have access to your family's graveyard? Agitation's ruining your blood all day. It's an erratic swing between flight or flight. Whenever you think about what you'll be doing tonight, and every time Chow's appears in your mind. Nan, what? Shit, you didn't mean to raise your voice. You've been zoning out a lot today. Is everything okay? Yeah. Are you sure? Because yes, Chow, please. Again, you regret your tone as Chow's face falls further. The quick lunch went by, and now he's dropping you off in front of the funeral home. You're overwhelmed, and you can't seem to hold your distress from your voice. It makes you feel guilty. Well, just tell me if you need anything, and I have something for you. He opens his bag and hands you a phone charm. It's frankly bad timing for gift-giving, but you take it anyway. I made it myself. It's really nice, thank you. The charm is simple, but it suits your daily style. Jack Lee put great care into it. You pocket it, and a few beats pass. Well, can you please put it on your phone? I want to see what it looks like. His eyes are almost bleeding, evoking even more guilt for how confused he must be of your behavior today. Even guessing what he did, you don't want to upset him. Wordlessly, you take out your phone and take a few seconds to attach the charm to it. Thanks again. You're welcome. Maybe keep it on for a while. A bite of his usual smile returns. I think in this ending, he kidnaps us. That would be my guess. Nightfall. In your apartment's parking lot, the air is stale and cold. It's thin, but the stars in the sky appear when you look up. Throughout the day, a haze has enveloped your thoughts, in which the only clear outline is a silhouette of a corpse out of reach. You're going to dig up James Avery's body tonight. Owen opens the trunk of his car, a black sedan that fits him like a steed. Ready? Yeah. Your grip tightens on your innocuous shopping bag. Inside is all the equipment you can procure to help. You put in the trunk and slip into the passenger seat. A bang resounds as Owen shuts the cover. He gets in the driver's seat and puts his hand on the steering wheel, but he doesn't step on the gas. You okay? I am. He takes a deep breath and the car drives off into the streets. Your clock hasn't reached its peak of the night and the city still has life in it. Cars pass by in quick succession. There's a group of women on the sidewalk dressed in shimmer and laughing. Minutes pass and the buildings get scarcer. As you approach the outskirts of the city, trains start to line and fill the gaps. The night sky is broader ahead. The journey is mostly filled with silence, but you try to voice something, anything. What are we going to do after this? A vexing question, posed by someone who's thought of the plan in the first place, but he agrees to the mass as well, way too fast for you to accept. In the space, you can hear the leather of the steering wheel squeak under his grip. Like I said, we'll see what happens. After half an hour, you reach something off the edge of the city. You know this place, as it was written on the funeral plaque back then. Jane Avery's and now Owen's family graveyard. He has the key to the gates. Lampposts are scarce, and a swath of night sky shows itself between the trees and the buildings. Wordlessly, both of you exit the parked vehicle and grab the equipment out. You're wearing pants with deep pockets. The left has your phone and surgical gloves, and the right has sample-sized makeup remover items. The side door on the property leads to a small field of headstones. It doesn't take long to notice Jane's, the only one that looks like it's been touched in years. You and Owen look at each other, and the severity of his features, conflict and determination, fight for a chance. He squats and touches the soil in front of Jane's headstone, muttering something you can't hear. Dot dot dot. Soon he stands and grabs stubble. You follow suit. The metal breaks the soil, not even old enough to have grown plentiful grass and flowers. For a few minutes, you're starting to feel it in your muscles. Owen does fine, but eventually his movements slow down as well. In and out, numbing sensation eventually take you both having to take breaks in between. The sky grows inkier. You feel like night itself was watching in a bird fence, a distant sound of an engine. A seemingly empty train line. At one point, Owen notices you glance in that direction. Stop that. There's nothing there. Focus. Despite the words, his voice lacks the usual bite. When he thinks you're not looking, he starts glancing at the trees too. A good distance from the city, the stars are now more visible than ever. You look at them whenever you catch your breath. The digging goes on for what feels like an eternity. It's mostly filled with silence, as neither you or Owen feel like speaking. You don't count the hours, the adrenaline, or the sweat that you shovel suddenly hits a thud in the ground. Silently, you thank for the fact the coffin wasn't buried deeper. Owen takes his head in disbelief, just like you. He's sweating profusely in the cold, with gloves and boots covered in soil. Finally, damn. You look below. Unlike the glass coffin peppered with flowers and luxury, this one is a regular wooden coffin covered in dirt, about to be broken into. You silently utter 1,000 apologies, hoping that this won't be in vain, hoping that curiosity won't kill you. You dig a little more around the head of the coffin, so you have somewhere to stand. Placing the shovel on the ground, you take 2 crowbars and pass one to Owen. Ready? He nods. The unevenly dug ground makes it possible for you to go down lower, and you position your crowbar on the side of the coffin lid. Owen does the same. Then you push. This late into the night, and after all the digging, you feel every muscle in your arm strain. A loud creak signals for you to keep going. This is going to hurt. A bang echoes through the yard. The coffin's lid is still whole, but parts crack under the pressure. Holding your breath, you and Owen look at each other again. He steps out of the hole, half climbing back to give you space. You pass him your crowbar. Readjusting your stance, you partially push open the lid. Wilma lies in front of you, as if in slumber. You always had a passing morbid curiosity about how your work would look after weeks and months. Her body has obviously started decaying since you last saw her, but she still looks clear. Jane Avery, severe and drawn with ink. Guilt takes in the first bite into your heart, of her, of Chow, of everything. But you have to know. In hindsight, you should have backed out when you had the chance, but you couldn't. There's someone who would understand, the man who pushed you into this hole, and the one who would chase you to the ends of the earth. He would understand. Nan? Huh? You good? Sorry, yeah. A deep breath, you remove the soiled gloves and pass it to Owen. From your left pocket, you put on surgical gloves. Your hand grazes your phone strap. It takes everything of you not to think of him again. You douse a cotton pad and makeup remover. It's cold, and you glance over more at the tree line. Your point of view is lower in the ground now, but you still convince yourself that there's nothing. You place the pad on the corner of Jane's mouth and wipe. Several times, again and again, until her skin appears beneath. An unnatural twisted crimson blooms around her mouth, further broken in, now unmissably diseased, unlike when you first worked with her body. The heart Undertaker's decay. Shit. You don't tear your eyes away from him. It's like, shit, he really did it. He really did it. A version of you with sounder mind would know what to do, find out much as possible, turn him in, or forget this ever happened. It's not the fact that you would rather forget this ever happened that scares you, it's why you chose to do so. Not because of legal precautions or personal safety, but rather, you just cannot do it. Love, guilt, and fear of loss that seizes your chest. All you want to do is run away from all of this. These past weeks must have made you delirious. You must have spent too much time with chemicals in the dead. It's now taking you mental fortitude. The fact that you pulled this stunt on its own, a point of no return. You either bear this alone or go back to Chow, and you don't want to admit what you want more. I need air. You admit to get out of the hole of your own, but your hands fall as they shake. Owen wordlessly hoists you up in the cold, watching the night. You feel him tremor. You okay? Let's pretend this never happened. The words escape your mouth before you can think it. It's barely audible, breathy and weak. Owen heard it loud and clear. What? He turns to fully face you. It's too late to back down now. Let's clean this up before dawn and go back. What? His face returns. You're shocked. There's anger somewhere in there showing itself in the 4 hours. What are we supposed to do then? You said yourself we'll figure it out when we find out. Yeah, but the proof is right there. That bastard most likely killed my mom. Even that's true. How would you go about reporting it? We broke into a grave and is about to accuse someone of murder of a guess. What? This was your fucking idea. You can't think straight. Heat rises in your throat. An idea you agreed to. We're both equally responsible for this. And I think this should end here. Forget it and go on with our lives. His jaw clenches and volume starts to rise further than both of you have been trying to maintain for possible outliers driving by the dead of night. Forget it. Forget that someone killed my mom. I never liked her. She wasn't a good person. The shit she gets into is her fault. But fuck's sake, we gotta do something. Like what? Just try reporting it now. Do you think they'll really look into it? Not arrest us both on the spot for being insane? The rash on her skin looked like regular rashes or irritation from the makeup. It's not enough proof. Now you're agitated too. Your head is spinning, the adrenaline, voice, and fatigue seeping out your bones like poison. Owen grabs your shoulders hard. Don't fuck with me. We're going to report this shit and take the blame together. His nails are digging through the clothes. You grab his forearms. Let me go. Say we're not going to forget this. You're dangerously close to the edge of a dug of soil. An enraged expression boils on his face, teeth nearly baring. Let me go. We're not going to tell anyone about this, and we're going to go our separate ways. You're fucking crazy. You're a piece of shit, just like your little boyfriend. I asked you how we were going to report it, and you couldn't answer. It's an oversight on our end. Like, I care. We're going to find a way. His hold on you is going to bruise. Your nails dig into his forearms. Both of you are at a standstill. Forget what? You have nothing to lose other than what you want. I have no idea what you're talking about. Cold fist smashes into the side of your face. You shovel to the ground, further away from the hole. One of your visions turns slightly white at the impact. It burns. Where you can remain standing, Owen's shadow covers the swath of the sky above. His hands clasp your neck. Your hands claw at his ungripping grip, legs thrashing under his weight. Years of bitterness and loneliness spilled through the crevices. In Jane's dark eyes and cold, cloud hands, he's heavy. You can't kick him off. Owen, you'll never understand. My life will be better without people like you. You're going to be another body in the morgue. Someone will shut your jaw with a needle injector and use plastic covers to make sure your eyelids stay in place. They have to pat layers and makeups to cover the bruises on your neck. They'll even try to tend to the coroner's sutures, making sure nothing is loose. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. But no matter how much they see, they'll never truly know you. How you taste a losing game and fester a person that will now be your demise. How you laugh, how you like your dinner, and how your eyes shine. Your favorite color was. The mortician will probably feel bad for you. Then they'll go home and do it all over again the next day. Something pulls on your fingernails. You're drawing blood from Owen's skin. A thunder crashes in the distance. It only takes 2 small breaths for droplets to fall from the sky. They're needle thin. You can feel it seep into your bones. You just wish you didn't go out alone like this. His choking grip releases. You inhale sharply, turning to your side. He's been knocked off by something, but all you can do is cough in rapid succession. It's still blurry. The world is still ringing. You still see the outline of Owen holding his neck in panic, huffing into damp grass. You feel a hand on your shoulder. Nan? Are you alright? Of course. Of course it's him. This is why you've been indulging the unspoken inside of you, because you'll always fall and he'll always catch you. You sit up and take his figure, crouching protectively in front of you. Chow. Owen attempts to stand. Before you can react, a glint of metal swipes in your periphery, a knife held taut in Chow's hand. Don't move. You'll make it spread faster. That's when you notice another glint peeking from Zhao's closed palm. The needle of a syringe. You sick fucking asshole. Water drips across Owen's angered scowl. One of his hands presses a spot onto his neck, the other cradles the side of his stomach. He's on his knees, not daring to stand despite the defiance in his eyes. Chow glances back at him, fired with hatred. You've never seen him like this before. You should have listened to them, Owen. If you'd only chosen to forget this, I would have let you go. I'm not ruthless. Not ruthless? Not ruthless? Is that what you said before you killed my mother too, you fucking animal? No, I thanked her for everything. Owen opens his mouth, only for him to stare frantically at the grass, eyes splitting like someone tried to stay awake. Sweat prickles his brows. His life is slipping despite it. He looks up again, losing none of the hatred behind the endless dark. Why did you do it? Jack gives you a side glance, and you can tell he wants you to know too. She was my biggest liability, and a dying one. If I missed the timing, I wouldn't get another chance. I did respect her, but not enough that I'll risk getting everything that I want. He turns slowly, adoration in his eyes. It's only because of her death that I got to arrange our meeting, right? Sharp and pained breath. Owens doubles down, and hands clawing at his heart. Was she actually sick, or was that your doing too? Oh, not me. She was sick from age and substances. I just made use of it, especially after she threatened me for refusing her. Or unsensible requests. I didn't kill her without purpose, Owen. It wasn't something she would understand. When she started sending people to kill me, I knew I had to finish her off. Despite the biting words, you see something on Chow's face. It's a look you recognize anywhere. Grief. I did respect her, but I'm a selfish man. Disbelief. That's what you use to describe the karma look on Owen's face right now. The rain mixes with sweat and soil. He knows there's no time for anything he wants to know. He wheezes another strain of his heart. What did she say about me? As if on reflex, Giles glances at your still shaking figure, concerned, love, and look for permission. That's what second you know in your heart that... Maybe if we save here, it'll let me... No, just let me play. Return. We can forgive Owen. Sure. You dragged him into this pursuit of answers. You brought a life down with you. Guilt and pity flood your heart. You look at Owen with pained expression and at Joe again, a silent plea that he'll tell the truth about it to be kind. Joe's face twists into conflict and surprise, barely visible in the moonlight night. He turns to Owen again and shouts, "Titan, she left you." His face shatters in shock. The man looks up and the sky reflects itself in the dark sunken eyes. What? Joe fixes him with a tortured look and says nothing. Owen staggers weakly. You stand as well and look at Joe in alarm, but he doesn't waver. He moves in front of you, a gesture Owen notices. You both made me sick. Lying son of a bitch, she never loved me. You was never there, never listened about my mistakes. Suddenly I exist to her. It was a weakness in the bloodline in her business. He arched over, and you couldn't tell if it was the rain or his tears down his face. Haggard breathing, sends a frenzied look down his face. His hand shoots to his chest, clawing at his shirt. Shit. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you so much. He lunges forward at Chow's knife hand. Her. He twists Zhao's wrist, dropping the weapon to the grass. They fall and grapple with each other. You step back in shock, scared that either of them will fall into the hole. Zhao kicks the open blade just in your reach. Despite the poison running through Owen's blood, the adrenaline is palpable between the two men. He's several inches over Zhao, and as obviously as inches over muscle mass, you're too afraid to move. A nasty sound breaks the air as Owen manages to land a punch. Zhao yells. His arm grapples the other man in a straining grip. These are the last bursts of Owen's energy. He doesn't win the fight from fists alone, but who knows what damage he can do before he draws the last breath. You lock eyes with Zhao, nose bleeding, crumpled. For a second, he looks almost scared. Not of his life, but for your silence. As if that, after all this, you still wouldn't take the final jump. We already know what your fate, since you love Zhao back. You'll always fall and always be there to catch you, and that's the only thing you need. In a frenzy, you grab the knife and lunge. You cut open countless many, but not like this. It should have never been like this. No, don't. You freeze. In a burst of strength, Zhao turns to the side, bringing Owen along with them. His fist lands square in the man's jaw. Both men fall backward to the ground, and you can't bear to look. For a while, there's no other sound than the light rain and Zhao's heavy breathing. In the distance, you can hear a flock of birds scatter. Snapping under shock, you kneel to Zhao's side, to which he sits up and quickly hugs you protectively, the first warmth you felt tonight. Are you okay? I'm okay, are you? Cradle the side of his face, inspecting any injuries. He leans to your touch like a starved man, sighing softly as he does. His face is stained with rain and blood, and that's when you notice also ruined clothes. You hide this mess before dawn break. You give Chaz the cheek one last stroke and let go. Both of you stand shoulder to shoulder, looking over at Owen's now moving body. I intended a cleaner act. He reaches the empty syringe from his pocket, now carefully topped with a needle cap. Both of your gaze fall to the discarded knife. I didn't want you to take the fall, but thank you for trying to protect me. You looked at me at the knife. I thought he smiles coolly, voice dropping to a slight whisper. His gaze is most loving. I just wanted to see. I can't even spare the energy in me to be baffled or pretend to do so. Her party body will hurt tomorrow. It's still sore from hours of digging and tension it took to fend off Owen. Feverish chill runs over you now. The adrenaline is draining off. How did you find me? There's a tracker in the phone charm bead I gave you. Oh my god. You can get rid of it after this if you want. No, I'll keep it. You mean it. Somehow it doesn't faze you. In the corner of your eye, poorly disguised glee breaks Owen's face for a split second. You pretend not to notice. You walk over to Owen's motionless body, his face froze in agony and hatred. Jane Avery's eyes are staring hollowly back, shaking ever so slightly. You close the man's eyelids. You stay there, crouching by your old friend's side for a while. Man, we should clean this up and finish what we started. You just can't die, can you? Apparently not. Why don't you leave an old woman for peace? Other old women knit and read, not send people to terrorize my life. Seriously, Jane, what do you want? I want to kill every loose end before I die, and I meet Owen one last time. How's that going so far? One of these undead cockroaches is standing in my room right now. Classy. And Owen? You could call him first, you know. He hasn't changed his number since university. Don't start. Scared I'll kill that little babe of yours? Don't talk about that. It was your fault for being careless. Should have seen your face when you knew I found out. How'd you know they're not just some random person? Mother's instinct. Don't make that scary face. You're not going to stop until you get what you want, are you? Even if I kill you. Correct. But you're not fighting back now. Why? God, I'm sick and I'll die sooner than do something as boorish as scream for help. You somehow managed to corner me in this position. You're a pain, but I respect your skills. The decision to take my life is in your hands, but once you take it, then I will stop at nothing. Are you even aware that you're deteriorating? No, I'm in a hospital just for fun. I can take you out of your misery. Don't pretend you're doing this for my sake. Even if I were to hit my head and start begging to be spared, screaming for help, you'd still kill me if it meant getting what you want. I don't. Be selfish. When you want something, do everything you can to get it. Don't pretend otherwise. To drive is what one always has lacked, and you don't. What about your funeral later? If you kill me, you can do whatever you want with my funeral. You once said that you'd like a glass coffin, right? Buried at your family graveyard? What obligation do you have to me? You can even cremate me to get rid of the body if you'd like. Don't be weak, kid. Always finish what you started. If only you were my son, I would have polished you like a diamond. I'm not your son, Jane. Of course you're not. You're selfish, but you're still too kind. You don't have my hatred. Are you sure you do everything out of hate, Jane? You're dying. At least be honest with me. That's the reason you can't let it all go. Is it hate? Or is it love? Interesting. A few months later, that night, you and Chow buried one above Jane's coffin. It was too much of a mess and too close to dawn to try to smuggle him into Heaven's crematorium. His car was dumped into a nearby lake, an extremely sloppy job, but the fact that neither you nor Chow heard anything about it proves that it worked anyway. Yet ever since that incident, you partially avoided embalming work, focusing mostly on being a funeral director, a decision that raised questions, but eventually subsided over the guise of a mental health break. It wasn't a complete lie. In reality, you kept being reminded of what you did. The guilt subsided eventually, but it never goes away. And yet none of your feelings can tear you apart as much as the sight of Chow. A fear of love, fear, and attachment, but never hate. You've loved him and let yourself change, or perhaps it was within you all this time? It was a question you don't have the answer to. Sometimes you wake up at night in Chow's arms and stare at him until you fall back asleep. You commit the memory to the soft slope of his nose, the bright his irises look under sunlight, the rise and fall of the thin sweater of his chest, how his mouth is ever so slightly agape in slumber. You've come to recognize the crooks of his body, the rhythm of his heart, and the warmth of his arms around you. He's the only one in the world who understands you. This you've come to realize in the moonlit night, with soiled gloves and needle rain. You'd fall again and again if it means he'll always be there. In Act 3 at 4. Catch me! Oh my god. I thought you would catch me. Ow, ow. Tell me what was the moment you decided to kill people. You gotta tell me what you want and I will run. I will run everything. They want to do something. Skip. Green again. Skip. There's something more, then we'll go back up. Sure. Make out with him. Find out for yourself. Skip. Yes. Skip. I feel like if we just decline when he brings up like that part and just go, no thank you. I don't know about that, Chow. That's okay, don't force yourself. He puts down the scalpel handle and puts his forehead to yours. A slow, loving kiss brings back the warmth you wanted again. Do you feel well? I didn't take too much blood, did I? No, I'm fine. Okay, if you need anything, tell me. The proximity still makes you hot. You're not quite done with him for tonight, and with the way he's still bringing help, it seems he isn't either. No, there's not enough room for two on the table. Would you like to go to my room instead? He doesn't have to ask twice. So he's just like a run-of-the-mill crazy person. Sure. A few months later, after revelation, you and Zhao continue your normal lives as lovers. Perhaps things, despite all the talk about knowing each other, it took him some time to tell you a lot of things, a lot of expression rather than— oh my god, it's the same one. Interest, projects, you don't do any volunteer either, annoying, do missing puzzles, please. With pride and joy, he knows I do. What is the third index? What's the fourth ending? You can't forgive. We can't forgive him. She didn't say anything good about you if that's what you wanted to know. His face shatters and hurt in a moment. The last light of dark sunken eyes left. Ha ha. He turns his head agonizing to the open grave. He the reason he came to this world and the reason he'll leave. Sounds like her, alright. A dry, agitated costume is like then nothing. He crumbles to the wet grass with a faint last breath. Guilt sinks its teeth deeper into your heart. For a few moments, there's only the sound of rain and a heavy lump behind your ribs. And, snapping out of your shock, fever still runs through now that the adrenaline is draining off. How'd you find me? Oh, it's the same. Oh my god. What's the fourth one? I don't know. I don't think I'll find out the fourth one. That was fun though. That's really fun. I kind of like that he's not, well, he's a level of evil. But he's not like, I want to kill you evil. He's strange. I want to preserve you like a butterfly. There are worse things. There are worse. I see you. I see you. He could be eviler. And she was trying to kill him. So I can't be too mad about him killing her. I can only ever be bad about the kid if he kidnapped us. Has he kidnapped us? I don't know. And I don't know how to get that to happen. I don't know how to get that ending. So sorry, friends. Probably would have to restart the whole game to get it, so maybe he would, but I don't know. Anyway, he seems like he just wants a really weird BDSM relationship. I feel like that's like his peak of life, because he was still fine with them not doing anything. He just obviously really wanted that part too. So, what a fascinating game. Fascinating little light novel. Anyway, that was fun. It's 3 a.m. again. You know what that means. I'm going to sleep. Probably. There's a TV show I kind of want to watch, but I don't know if I will. So. Oh, it's coming from up there. That's too tall for me to clean the dust out of. That's just not happening. That's not happening. Sorry. Alrighty, I'm gonna end now. I don't think anyone else is live. I'd be shocked because it is 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway. It's been a fun one. I will see you guys all later at an undetermined date so that I can still bump this one up to 2 next time I stream. Oh, I did make a new Minecraft skin. I have to show that to you guys first. That's gonna be my main objective. Okay, let me actually get on my skins. To be determined if I like it or not. I don't know if I want the one with jeans. I kind of like it when I don't have the ones with jeans. Slim. Based on me having that damn thing in my profile picture. I wanted you to catch me. That might help. And look. It's got little cat ears. Maybe I should add a cat tail. No. Anyway, I think next time will be Minecraft building tutorials, trying to help out that area. For the tier list, I will rank this yandere right now. On a yandere scale, kind of nothing burger. Like, kind of nothing burger. Like, not as crazy as I fully would expect him. Like, what a chill, evil person. I mean, yeah, he did put a tracker on us in every form of ending, but he's so chill about it. Like, he's so chill about it. He's also chill about wanting to take our organs. Is he at the level of pushing someone into a shark tank because they wanted to flirt with us? No. That was jellyfish haircut, princess, Sailor Moon style pink hair yandere. If I had to date one of them, I think Mr. Botany wins out. Mr. Botany wins out. Then jellyfish, because at least, I mean, at least the devil has a job. At least the devil has a job and is active in his community. Like, he's making webtoons. He's making our favorite webtoon. At least the devil has a job. And then thirdly would be, I think, the one from Love Obsession. Because that's just... obsessed. And we're playing what? Fucking Overwatch? And you're gonna kidnap me for Overwatch? When we already were hanging out that day? See, the thing is, the other ones at least understand. Why kidnap if you were already agreeing to hang out with me? I mean, what would be why? Why do that? You know, they're just like, let's just let that hang. Let's let that happen. The other one's like, yeah, you hung out with me, we had a really great time. I'm going to kidnap you and break everything. Which is probably realistic. But stupid. Stupid. You could have had it anyway. Why do something so dumb? I don't know. He's a very D-list tier for me. Loved how he dyed his hair though. But something about the pink hair yandere is, they're doing great. Was there any other ones? There was the Don't Scare the Cashier, but I don't think any of that was yandere except maybe the clown. Ooh, there was one clown one. The one where you're in a carriage. That was fun. That was cute. That was fine. You do rule hell, so, you know, eventually, I think, you know, I wouldn't want to. I would steer clear. But, I mean, I understand the appeal. I understand the appeal. There's one I need to play. I don't know how good it is, but I want to be dressed as a clown, but you can take guesses what level that might be. And we can even do the first like hour of it dressing and getting ready to be a clown. Anything can happen on an Anio stream, I am sure. Okay, I'm done now. I'm gonna go to sleep. I will see all of you later. Bye!